Look at that, look at that, look at that. We are live, baby. What's goody, what's goody, what's goody, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to the show. We here, baby, we here. It's Monday morning to, well, Monday afternoon at this point. But we here. We're here, we made it. Gee wee wees. I'm a little later than I planned to be. I had to run out to take care of a little errand this morning, take care of a customer right quick. But that's all done. I'm here. I'm here. Most of these Cyraxx videos piss me off. That's okay. That's all right. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do our normal episode of Christory. Like we always do. That's what Monday's for. That's what Monday's time is for. But there are a couple new things over on Goblin Records channel. And as always, we got to know what's up. So we're going to peek into them. There's just a couple short ones we're going to zip through. A couple shorties that we're going to zip through. And then we'll jump on into our Christory just like we normally do. But for now, how's everybody doing? Right off rip. Right off rip. Acetone has gifted 20 memberships. Let's add that to the membership counter. Look at that. Members, 574. And you know what? Shoot. Let's do this. Let's do this too. Let's do this too. Bada bing, bada boom. Shout out to you, Acetone, and to 20 new members. Love it. Love to see it. That puts us at 574. Look at that. We're going to crack 600. No problem. Like, easy peasy. We're going to crack 600. I figure, Acetone, if you're going to shoot 20 in, if you're going to shoot 20 memberships in, least I can do is match you. Look at that. Look at that. I said we're going to break 600. We're real fucking close now, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 594. Ha! Shout out to you, Acetone. Shout out to all 40 new members. Love to see it, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We're going to crack 600. We're going to crack 600. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. This is how we do it. This is how we handle business. Love it, love it, love it. Since we just got an Jesus, Jiminy Christmas, Greasy Sauce has just gifted 20 memberships. Shouts out to you, Greasy. Shouts out to 20 more new members. Love it, love it, love it. Let's, oh fuck, now you're going to see my horrible math skills. Fuck, what's that? 614. Look at us. Cracked it. Easy peasy. Dude, not even 5 minutes into the stream. 600 members. Love it. Shouts out to you, Greasy, and all 60 new members. I love to see it since if we're going to kick stream like that, if that's how we're going to shoot in business, and Boneless has gifted a membership. Appreciate you, Boneless. Add that to the counter. Takes us to a nice even 615 members. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. No, I get it. I like the numbers to be even too. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I want an even number. But since we're gonna do 60 new members like that, or 61 new members, I have this one. I've got two rippers here. One that we're going to keep ripping on. One that this one is just about empty. So let's kick a double ripper. 620 is somehow math to 40. Yeah, 100% turbo. Yeah. Somehow that, yeah, I agree. Yeah. 620 is maths down to 420 somehow. 100%. Perfectly even too. But I got two of these. Let's kill them. Or let's kill this one. This one's got a little bit left. Yes, they are disposables. Yes, sir, they are. These are, check it out. These are rogue bars. They're 2 gram disposables. All you got to do is occasionally charge it. They come fully charged, but I usually have to charge it twice. but they hold 2 grams and they're delicious. For the price, I have zero complaints. Rogue is local. It's local to where I live in the Rogue Valley. There's a lot of local stuff here in our dispos. But, I mean, for 2 grams and at, like, I think I paid $36 for these. I think that's what I paid for them. It's not bad. They last me quite a while, too. Anyways, gentlemen, ladies, you guys know what time it is. Let's get our first poot of the stream. Let's fucking go. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Oh, hold it together. Just gotta hold it together. Just gotta hold it together. Okay. Okay. That's better. That's a great way to start the stream. What percent THC is it? It is 81%. 81.2% THC. They are very tasty too. They don't taste like a synthetic or they don't have like an artificial taste to them either. They taste like actual flour. I don't know how you like your oil, but I like my oils to taste like flowers. I'm not a fan of artificial flavors. I don't care for it. These taste really, really true to their strains. They're really, really good. Yeah. Cool. Also, I just got done having to wrap a present too. Live resin's really good. Live resin's really good. I just got done wrapping presents shortly before I had typed up everything. I was getting ready to build the stream for everyone, and then my doorbell rang, and I knew my wife had ordered this. I knew it was coming, but I guess I just didn't realize how fucking big it was going to be. And my son's bed arrived, so that's all boxed up and really fucking heavy. I got to carry that in. I got to wrap that. It's difficult figuring out how to wrap a box that's 6 feet long, 2 feet wide, 1 foot thick, and it weighs 125 pounds. But I got it wrapped. I did get it wrapped. That bitch is wrapped. Yeah, all sorts of stuff has landed today. Anyways, no, I did not open the box. No. I'm very good at being patient. My wife isn't. She's not. If she knows that I got her a present, it's constantly, what'd you get? What'd you get me? What is it? What is it? And I think it irritates her that I'm not the same way, because if she gets me a gift, I'm more than comfortable waiting. I'm very patient. As an ex-drug addict, you get very comfortable with waiting. You have to be good at waiting, because the dope man is never 20 minutes away. They always say they are. They never are. They're never 20 minutes away. They're never right around the corner. It's never, oh yeah, bro, I'll be there at 2 o'clock. I'll see you soon. Fucking liar. I'll see you at 5:30. But I'm very patient, so I'm good at waiting for gifts. But yeah. I'm a decent gift wrapper. I wrap way better than my wife does. I will smoke her ass at wrapping presents, that's for sure. I'm pretty decent rapper. It's not the best, but I could do it. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we've been up for 10 minutes. We're just sitting here fucking around. We're all wrapped and ready to go. You know what? I think I've still got... There's one present to wrap. You know what? I think there's just one more to wrap. I think my wife's gifts are all wrapped. My son's gifts are wrapped. A couple things we got for my parents are wrapped. My in-laws' gifts are wrapped. My other in-laws' gifts are wrapped. My son has 3 grandmas. But, yeah, I think it went. I think other than the one single solitary gift that's sitting on my bed right now needing to be wrapped, which is just one more gift for my mom. Other than that, I think we're all good to go. I think everything in here is wrapped. Yeah. Yeah. So, I use a fuck ton of tape too. Sometimes I like to play a game just to see how fucking irritating you can make a gift to be to open it. See if you can make the person mad, like at the gift by the time they get to it. Spend so much time opening it. My dad's gift this year, it's very small. It's a gentleman's pocket knife. Of course it is. I got him just a little grandpa folder, and it's very nice. It's in its little box, and the box it's in, it's only about this big. But by the time that I got done wrapping it with electrical tape, packing tape, newspaper, cardboard, I eventually got into cardboard, more tape. I think there's string on it. By the time we got done, that fucking thing's like this. It's gonna take him like a half an hour to get through that, but fuck him. That's what he gets. That's what he gets. Dude, I have been seeing the compilations. If you guys watch What It Do TV, yeah. Dang it. Yeah, What It Looked Like TV. If you guys watch him, he does a lot of those videos. The ungrateful children, people snitching on themselves, the people that do angel tree recipients that they come across ungrateful, being ungrateful for the things that they're receiving. I like that channel. What It Looked Like TV. It's a good channel. It's a good channel. If you guys don't go see it, or if you guys aren't familiar with him, go check him out. It's a really good channel. Yeah, they cover all sorts of stuff. That angel tree, ungratefulness. I feel like it would be so difficult to get something from somebody, get a gift, and be like, oh man, go fuck yourself. Why didn't you get me the better one? This isn't the premium version. What a dickhead move. Who does that? I can always remember, as far back as I can remember being little, I was always told that if you get something, you need to say thank you. No matter what, we always say thank you. You always tell the person thank you. You appreciate what they did for you. It's just proper manners. It's simple. It's 2 words. It's easy peasy. All you got to do. Okay. Where are we? And there's been a few more things show up at my house. Some of you guys have had picked off a few things off of my son's Christmas wish list of things that he totally fucking didn't need because he's a spoiled child. But those of you that did, thank you. It's very kind of you. Very much appreciated. The amount of love that you guys show me and my child, it's unreal. I'm very appreciative of it. That being said, our first video of today. Since today is Christory, well, like I said, we're going to check out a couple things from Cyraxx real quick. They're not super long. We'll be through it fairly quickly. The first one that we're going to dig through from our friend Goblin Records is Cyraxx, December 21st, 2025, Loves the Video Game. We're going to watch that, and then we're going to watch the follow-up to the last video, which will be the follow-up to the video that we're about to watch. We'll get through that real quick, easy peasy. And then we're going to bounce on over to Gino Samuel's channel, and we'll tear down our usual episodes of Christory, just like we always do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we go ahead and take one more ripper, as per our usual order of business here. Do. 'Cause, 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 Okay. Okay, that's done. If we're all ready, you guys know what time it is. Poot, poot, poot. Let's go. Boop. My mom always told me that it doesn't matter if I receive something I like, a rock or a stick, as a gift from someone. I still have to say thank you and mean it. That's a good lesson to learn. That's a good way to go about it, because you got to realize. I think what I think the lesson in that is, whether you appreciate it or wanted it or not, the fact that somebody took the time and effort, and you don't know what they had to do to get that gift. Even if it's something that you look at and go, oh, cool, thanks, and then just set it off to the side, you don't know what the person that got it for you had to do to get it. Maybe they had to work really fucking hard, or work a few extra hours, or do something they don't normally do to be able to get you that gift. You should always say thank you. Being taught to say thank you at an early age helps. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's important. It's important to have good manners. Please and thank you go a long way. They do a lot for you. Basic manners will do a lot for you in the world. Oh shit, let's catch our Ripper. Duh. I already forgot we didn't do it. Let's catch our Ripper, and then we'll jump into our first video. You guys know what time it is. Let's go. Poot, poot, poot. Did we do a Ripper? We're going to do another one. Okay, I'm coughing like we already did one. Yeah. Was that two? How is my memory so shitty already? Jesus fuck. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. There we go.
Hello, everybody, Chance here. And I'm here with...
I like how clean, crisp, and clear his face is. I really like that he put a lot of thought into his light placement. Make sure that he thought about where the light was going to be in correlation to where the camera is going to be at. And very important as a content creator that you get your lighting right. It's a small thing, but it's important. Glad to see that Chance really has that shit on lock.
My fiance.
Oh, even better. Even better, dude. Hell yeah.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me get her on here. Hey, baby, what's up?
Hey, I don't know what happened.
Your screen's off.
Right.
But, what's up, everybody? Chance here. And I'm here with my lovely, beautiful fiance, Cassandra. How you doing, baby?
I could be better.
Now, we have something that needs to be fucking said. To all you out there that are harassing me and her. And I'm pretty sure she has more to say on this than I do. Because I've already said my piece. Go ahead, baby. Floor is all yours. Say what you want to say to these guys.
I want you to just fucking stop. Quit with the fucking nasty fucking...
McDonald's and weed.
I can't. I just...
What she's getting at is that fucking video game. And let's put it this way. If you guys do go live with that footage, me and her already talked about this. The first thing we're doing is reporting your... I'm going to do it, and then she's going to do it. And then all of our friends are going to report it as well. What you are doing needs to fucking stop. Like, seriously, fuck off.
Do you think he realizes that he's essentially just like the edge of a shadow right now? All I can see, like, other than the obvious edge of his skull right here, like all facial features are gone. I see a little bit of shadow right here where the sunkenness from his eye socket is, but You can't really make out features. You can't really see the scabs, but it's kind of fucked up that you can still kind of tell that the texture of his head up here is fucking rough.
Okay, would you like to explain to them what kind of legal action will be taken against them if they do not stop and the charges they could be facing?
Oh, like, what was it, like 25 to life?
How would she know? What?
Yeah. And that was a combination between what, both of us together?
Yeah.
So yeah, John.
Both of us together? What? This is dumb.
Unless you want to fucking face 25 to life, or if you want to face what is considered in prison called an LWAP, meaning life without parole.
You want to face an LWAP? What prison channel did you just get off of to learn that term? Because that's the only reason that you know, or the only reason that you've heard that term, LWAP. That means next up he's going to start saying, there's guys in prison doing football numbers. Shut the fuck up, dork. You picked that lingo up off a prison channel. Stop.
And quick. Because this whole thing that you guys are doing, it's not going to end well. It's bad enough what you did to me, but what you did to her on top of that, do you not realize that could be taken as... Do you not fucking realize that you can be facing federal charges for this shit? And yes, William, that includes you. And leave me and my fiance here, who I can honestly say I love to death. You know I love you, baby.
Ugh.
But you guys need to leave us the fuck alone. Leave our families the fuck alone.
I really don't like when he says, love you, baby. Ugh.
Because if you do not leave us alone, there will be legal repercussions against all you motherfuckers. This isn't a game. This is real fucking life. And you need to grow the fuck up.
Do you guys understand that you're like what you're doing is extremely fucked up and is like promoting something like so vile and disgusting?
Not to mention, if I'm not mistaken, because I know we read through the terms of service, aka the TOS, for both YouTube and for...
We read through the terms of service, aka the TOS. No, fuck off.
Fucking Rumble. And by them doing that, correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't that go against their terms of service for promoting that shit and showing that shit?
I'm pretty sure isn't it against community guidelines?
Yeah. Which means if you guys do that, we have all right and reason and the ability to shut that stream down.
Why do you
So,
think
John, William, Southern, I highly suggest you stop making that game. Otherwise, shit's gonna get real ugly for you real fucking quick.
What? Where? You really think somebody is gonna go to federal fuck me up the ass prison for a video game? Rax, you are so fucking stupid. It's mind-blowing. I use that a lot, but my God. I mean, every time you open your mouth, the bar just goes tick-tink, 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 every single time. Dumber and dumber. Fuck.
I highly suggest you stop. Because if you don't, shit's gonna get real ugly legally for you real fucking quick. And if you think it's not, well, let me tell you, you got another thing coming, motherfuckers. You think that you're scaring off our lawyer, bitch?
Do you the way you throw those threats out there, like it'd be real bad for you? Do you know what prison would be like for you? You would be a pincushion so fast. So fast. A, because of who you are. That's the reason to wet you up right there. That's more than enough. You can go back through any of the things you've done towards children, towards the dogs, Sally, Billy, all the unnamed other children out there that we may not even know about. There's plenty of reasons to slide you. Plenty. Hygiene. You know he stinks. We all know he stinks. Unwiped buttholes and armpits. That's a very good reason to get slit up. You stink. You're not going to take care of your body, and you're going to walk around in the same vicinity where I am and make me smell your nasty ass? I don't think so. That is more than... That's a good enough reason to me to wet him up. You would be a pincushion. So for you to throw those threats out there that it wouldn't be a good decision for you, prison's not going to be a good place for you. It's not a good place for anybody but you? Of all people to say that.
Our lawyers already fucking dug up shit on you motherfuckers that I didn't even fucking know about.
You don't have the money for a retainer fee, much less to pay a lawyer to do the time it would take him to do nor do you have the money to pay a lawyer to take on an extended, lengthy case like this, clearly. This could be months and months and maybe years of litigation, who knows? You don't have a retainer fee, how the fuck are you going to pay a lawyer his hourly? Because they don't work for free. Pro bono is special circumstances. It's not for you, stupid.
So no, our lawyer's not fucking scared of you. And not gonna lie, babe, even you gotta admit, it was pretty funny watching him get fucking pissed off in that video that you sent.
I was so confused. It's like demonic going on. I don't know. Possession, I don't know.
Well, like I said,
right.
He sounded like...
All right, listen.
Don't know. It's like demonic going on. I don't know. Possession.
Right there. Right after she says demonic, listen to the noise Chance makes.
I was so confused. It's like demonic going on. I don't know. Possession,
What the fuck was that? Was that a happy noise from him? Fuck off.
don't know.
Cocksucker.
Well, like I said, he sounded like he was trying to take a shit. Like, seriously, John, when you send it...
That made me laugh because I've been crying.
Like, seriously, John. When you send that video, you didn't sound tough. You didn't sound badass. You sounded like you were trying to take a shit. Like, good God, if you need to use the bathroom, go to a fucking bathroom, bro. No one wants to hear you taking a shit.
Cyraxx, you shit yourself on camera all the time. We've caught you doing it at least, 3 times in, the last month? All the fucking time.
Seriously. Hey, babe, you got anything that you want to say to these?
I was gonna say, I fucking hate her hair. I hate her hair so much.
Oh my god, oh my fucking god!
What? To all you there, sit and rotate. We're done with you.
You realize we can't see you, right, stupid? Dumb fuck. Oh my god. That was dumb.
Hello.
Oh. Let's get through this shit show here. It's another short one. Easy peasy. We'll just tear it down. We'll tear it down, no problem. Easy peasy. Then we can move on to the beef of what we're here for. We can jump on into our episode of Christory, but because we did get through it, that means we get... Oh, god damn it, dude. This one. That means we get a ripper. That means we get a quick little ripper break. You guys know what time it is. Let's get them out. Poot, poot, poot. Let's go. Boop. Yes, sir. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at? At this point, we're only 85 members from 700. We might hit that today, too. We might hit 700 today. We might very well hit 700 members today. I think that's a possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, our next video, again, it's from Goblin Records. This is Cyraxx, December 21st, 2025, follow-up to the last video. Short, quick, to the point, 2 minutes, easy peasy. We'll tear it down, then we'll jump right on into Christory. Everybody's ready? Let's go.
Hello, ladies and gents. It is me. I am back with my wonderful, amazing fiance right here, of course.
How stupid must one feel doing all the things that he's doing, thinking this is a legitimate... Never mind.
How you doing, baby?
I don't care whatever they got going on. I fucking hate it when he says, I don't care, baby. I love you, baby. I fucking hate it when he calls her baby.
That's good. Now, we have something to tell you guys. This is an update on everything that's gone on since our video. She actually ended up leaving for a bit, and so did I because something happened. And we found out what the thing is with the trolls. And, babe, you got anything that you want to say to these fucking rejects that think they own us?
Bitch, we own your asses.
Oh, that's a good one.
And the reason I walked away earlier is because John sent people to my house.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out.
Which...
Because I thought I heard somebody knocking at the door.
No, did you actually hear somebody knocking?
I thought I did.
Oh, he's scared. Did you actually hear somebody knocking? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
But there was nobody there.
Huh.
Oh, that was a scab pick. I forgot our scab pick counter, didn't I? I didn't reset it from the other night. My bad. That's our first one, though. Let's count that. All right. First scab pick.
So to all out there that think that they own us and think that they're going to get our channel taken down, you ain't going to do nothing.
Yeah, because guess
We'll
what?
see.
We didn't do fucking shit to any. If anything, your channel should be taken down.
If anything, their whole fucking Google accounts need to be shut down.
Oh yeah, because you're all fucking promoting.
Yeah, you guys are promoting terrorism, slander, cyber stalking, domestic...
I think we just got another scab pick. I think he's trying to be slick about it. It looked like he slid his arm up his sleeve like this, and you can see his hand like this. I think he did it. Have I been sock checked yet? Well, let me add that to the scab pick counter. I officially have not been, I was going to say scab checked. I have not officially been sock checked yet, but why the fuck not? Always, baby. Dude, these things are so short. Always. It'll never happen again. They will always be ready to go. I will never get caught sock lacking again. No, sir. Doot. Socks up to the knees. Yes, sir. Higher the socks, the downer the foo. You guys know it. Stop asking about sock check, then ask in a month. Why? So that way I forget. That might be a way to do it, because if I stop getting sock checked for a little bit, I might stop thinking about it. And once I forget about it, ooh, that's a dangerous game.
terrorism. Like, do you guys really think you're gonna win this fucking war? Wait.
You really think you're gonna win this war?
You ain't gonna win jack fuck all. See, you guys might be winning the little battles here and there, but we're both the 5-star. Alright. But you both
Ooh. What'd she say? Was she mad or did she say dinner?
battles here and there, but we're both the 5-star. Alright. The little battles here and there, but we're both the 5-star. Alright.
I think she said come to dinner.
But you, both of us, we own all y'all, man. We're the fucking generals in this bitch. Y'all ain't shit. You're not going to take us down. It's not going to fucking happen.
Imagine you guys had as many people that fucking hate you as Cyraxx does, and this is your video to them. This is the shit talk that you give to the people that want to see your head on a spike. This is the best that you can come up with. We're the generals in this war. You guys fucking suck. Oh, she said come down. Oh. God. How miserable must this life be? You just live in the... But he seems like this is what he wants to do. He wants to be inside. He wants to be in the attic or in the basement. It's where he wants to stay, so fuck him. Hope that place gets fucking carpet bombed in Minecraft. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to bounce on over to Geno Samuel's channel now. Yes, sir. For our main event, what we are all here for today, we are going to be tearing down episode 44 from Geno Samuel 2.1's series, Chris Chan, A Comprehensive History. For anyone that doesn't know or anyone that may not be aware, we're going through all 85 parts of Geno Samuel's documentary series on Chris Chan. I did the first 37 parts in video form at this point, like a year and a half ago. Did all right, got away from it, started doing leaning more into Cyraxx stuff, and decided it would be fun if we started over. Did episode 1 all the way through to 85 here on stream. That way we're all on the same page. We can all learn about Chris at the same rate. We all know exactly what we know, and I think it's been a blast. We're about to do episode 44. Look at that, episode 44 and 45 today. Out of 85, we're over halfway. We're on the downhill slope at this point. That's a lot of Chris Chan content that we have tore down. That being said, guy that runs the channel has just gifted 10 memberships. Let's add that to the count. Look at that. Look at that. It's absolutely realistic that we may go ahead and crack 700 members today. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's find out. Get 700. I think it's a very real possibility. All this being said, since we're going to do episode 44, 45 today, I think it's only appropriate that we open up the stream with a double ripper. Okay, am I regarded, dude? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to kick this off with a double ripper since we're going to be doing, 2 videos. We got a lot of Chris Chan shit to get through. And with those 10 new members, we got to do it. We got to do it. That's why we're hitting the double. You guys know what time it is. Let's get these. Poot, poot, poot. Let's go. Yes, sir. Ooh-wee. Oh, you're good, McBrady. I appreciate you being here. Oh. Okay. Well, if everybody's ready, to jump into our main event to see what we're all really here to see, let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's jump on into it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Not with the music, though. Not going to get us. No, sir. Watch us get ready to get loud. Whoa.
What made her this way? What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated? This is the story of Christian.
Here we go.
On April 2nd, 2015, Christine left her house early in the morning to eat breakfast and drink coffee at a McDonald's in Charlottesville before making her way to the courthouse to attend her second hearing regarding her assault with pepper spray in a GameStop. Kiwi Farms users, Lipitor, and...
Wait. Before we get too deep in it, so at this point, according to our narrator here, just so my memory is refreshed, we're calling Chris she at this point? We're calling him she at this point, I guess. Yeah, I'm not. I'm calling him... Chris is... Yeah, Chris is Chris. Chris is Chris. There you go. That's exactly what it is. Chris is Chris. That's what we're doing.
Hey, Jackie Pie were also on their way to the courthouse to record their observations. They decided to make a quick stop at McDonald's and by chance encountered Chris. They took pictures of her from behind, and then later, when she was returning to her car, Chris then drove to the courthouse with the two Kiwi Farms members following in their car close behind. They took a video of her entering the building and later wrote their own accounts of what transpired. He just sat there in his car. Seemed like he was playing a game on his phone or some shit. He sat in there for nearly 30 minutes. I noticed he parked in a spot with a sign that read, "Parking for judges only. Clear as fucking day. Entitled cunt." We wanted to go in after him, so we just waited in front of the door. From behind me, I hear a string of like 9 stress sighs in a row. I turn around to see him. He had removed the MLP glasses and wore his normal ones now. We go in there, and he's just standing there at the metal detector. He had so much fucking jewelry to remove, like bracelets and necklaces. It took forever for him to get them off. The clerk at the metal detector rolled his eyes at him while he was doing it. After he got done, he just sat down in a chair in front of the courtroom, but not in it. He was stress-sighing and looking around nervously. Anyway, he finally fucking got up and went in, and we went throughout the metal detectors. By the time we got through, I had just opened the courtroom door. He was coming back out, and we almost bumped into each other. He said apologetically, "Well, got that out of the way quick," and dashed out the door to the courtroom.
Fair enough.
This was like 30 minutes before his hearing, so we didn't know what to make of that. So we just sat down, and boring court stuff happened for like 10 or so minutes. We ended up leaving, cause it was clear he wasn't coming back. Must have been a continuance. Chris is definitely not gonna have an outburst though, guys. He's super nervous. Maybe that's just cause Barb wasn't there, I don't know. Her case was continued until May 7th. On April 4th, Christine updated her followers on Facebook with a post proclaiming that she was watching the second part of the 2-part My Little Pony Friendship is Magic season premiere. She apparently did not see the first part, since she had to go eat breakfast and buy glue for her projects, but so far disliked part 2, singling out her aversion to conformity. She also expressed her dissatisfaction with the new character. Kristen updated her eBay account with a new item, a custom-made Sonic 2 figurine, largely made from a Sonic the Hedgehog amiibo, which was a special figurine produced by Nintendo, which could wirelessly interact with game consoles, such as adding a character to a game via a chip in the amiibo's base. She customized the original amiibo by repositioning Sonic's limbs, coloring over his body, adding additional features with modeling clay, and gluing on a Pikachu tail taken from a Pikachu amiibo. In addition, Chris offered a roast-true version as well, which was also seemingly customized from a Sonic figurine. Within the first few hours of this announcement, Christine managed to sell off all 10 available amiibos, which cost $41 each. However, forum members deduced that since she had to buy 2 amiibos to create a single Sonichu or Roastu one, in addition to further customization with Crayola model magic clay and acrylic paint, Chris made a profit of about $10 to $14 for each figurine sold, before additional eBay fees. Kiwi Forum's moderator and former troll, Marvin, confirmed that Christine was aware of the low profits, and that she mostly made them for fun. Upon receiving the figurines, some of the buyers reported problems, such as Sonichus arriving broken in half, or ears or tails coming off before the package was opened. Despite this, seemingly no one decided to file a complaint against Chris or leave a negative rating. On April 7th, Christine made a Facebook post explaining why she chose to use Sonic's amiibo base that could transfer the Sonic the Hedgehog character to a game console rather than Pikachu's, and suggested that people vote for Sonichu to become a downloadable character for the Nintendo game Super Smash Bros., which featured a wide selection of playable characters from various video games. In addition, she offered a drawing depicting Sonichu himself, promoting his own amiibo figurine, and talking about having fun playing Super Smash Bros. This request resulted in trolls submitting parodic applications to Nintendo, giving their own reasons for why Sonichu should be included in the game. A week later, Chris addressed the recent Free the Nipple movement, which aimed to normalize women not wearing bras while out in public, and optionally freely exposing their nipples. She approved of their stance, while also countering with her own Brazier's.
Isn't this the same human being that argued that men should have to cover their nipples up? Didn't he argue that men should have to wear bras, but women should go outside topless? Yep. That tracks with Chris.
For males movement. She hoped that more women would feel free to express themselves with their bodies, and conversely hoped that more men
I bet he did.
Learned to be more modest and wear bras. Christine also attached a photo of herself wearing a bra. Her Facebook friend Kenneth Engelhart left a reply, stating that female breasts were functional and needed protection, while the male variant had no such need or purpose. Chris felt that the distinction was irrelevant. Her other friend, William Waterman, felt her statement was sexist. On that same day, Chris wrote a Facebook post concerning her reasons for why she thought that the free Wii U game, Disney Infinity, was mediocre. On April 16th, Christine posted a drawing with a proclamation from Roastu saying,
Let me grab this real quick. Brownies has just gifted 5 memberships. We appreciate you, Brownies. Let's go ahead and add that to the membership counter. Look at that. Only 70 to go to break 700. It's I wonder if we break 1,000 by the end of the year. That'd be fucking sick. That'd be sick. Should we do a little single ripper for that? Yeah, we could do a little ripper for that. Let's catch a ripper. For any, what was I saying? For something. 1K by Christmas? Fuck that. Maybe. You never know. Good luck, Ripper. There you go. We'll call it Good Luck, Ripper. Brownies, appreciate you. All 5 new members, appreciate you. Let's get Good Luck, Ripper. Let's see. Here we go. You guys know what time it is. Poot, poot. Let's go. Hands free.
saying that she picked the Metroid video game series character, Samus, while playing Super Smash Bros. Chris added that if Sonichu is chosen to be a new character in the game, she would in return possibly make more Sonichu comics. In her next Facebook post, Chris elaborated on the differences between Roastu and the Sonic character Amy Rose, by which Roastu was originally inspired. She clarified that Roastu possessed quills on her back, a different hairstyle, was more
I see you, Connie. Let's catch another one. For Connie,
independent
everyone.
in her character, had a longer tail, and that her breasts were larger than Amy's. Later that day, she made another post, commenting on the proposed Public Restroom Act in Florida, which would prevent transgender people from using the public bathroom of their choice. Chris was against this motion, stating that transgender people should be allowed to use the restrooms of their opposite birth gender. She felt that some people might feel offended at trans women and trans men using the bathrooms, and that some perverted men might take advantage of the situation and disguise themselves as women in order to enter the women's restrooms, but thought it was unlikely to happen. The next day, Christine countered the claim made by a survey published in the UK magazine Daily Mail that Charlottesville, Virginia, was found to be the happiest place in the United States. She listed off some notable individuals that she felt were amongst the many paranoid, unfriendly, offensive, and rude people of the city, which included Michael Snyder, Mary Lee Walsh, every male police officer, and trolls and cyberbullies who continued to lurk in the area. On April 21st, Christine updated her Facebook profile to reflect her recent change in identity, officially changing her first name to Christine and her gender to female. She reinstated that she identified as a lesbian and shared a post from the Human Rights Campaign supporting marriage equality. The following day, she shared a petition which aimed to free an autistic 6th grader who was charged with felony assault. Soon after, she shared an article from NBC News concerning two parents dealing with their daughter believing she was meant to be a boy instead. Christine left a lengthy comment supporting the child's choice as she understood the feeling he was going through. She recommended the boy to hang on to his birth gender as it would aid in starting up a family later on in life, and encouraged him to stay in school to learn a lot of details and facts. On the 25th, Christine posted a drawing of Black Sonichu, also known as Blake, talking about who he would choose to play as in the game Super Smash Bros. He would choose either Ganondorf, a villain from the Legend of Zelda video game franchise, or the Mario Bros. Villain, Bowser. 4 days later, she shared an article which revealed that the Sonic Boom video game was originally meant to be titled as Sonic Synergy, among other scrapped ideas. Chris felt that if the game was released as first intended, she would never have had to protest Sonic's blue arms and develop mixed feelings for the song Sonic Boom, featured in the 1993 game Sonic CD. On May 3rd, Christine announced on Facebook that she had 10 more Sonichu amiibos ready-made for sale on eBay. In a later comment, she updated her readers that she planned to get the drawings stating Wild and Bubbles' choices for Super Smash Bros. Finished by the following day, since she was keeping herself busy cleaning out trash in the backyard. Later that day, Kiwi Farms user Lucrid wrote that they witnessed Chris at Charlottesville's Impulse Gay Social Club, enjoying a show starring drag queens, and wrote an account of what they saw. He was wearing a sleeveless blue dress with white flowers. It looked like something from Goodwill, over a dark navy blue t-shirt, sneakers, and normal glasses. Chris hardly talked to anyone, though he seemed to be really enjoying the show. He tipped all of the performers. It is customary to tip the performers that you like, so it is not that unusual, though Chris showed his appreciation for every single performer. I think there were at least 10 performances in total, with an intermission in the middle somewhere. He stayed for the whole show, which means that he didn't get back to Ruckersville until well after midnight. On the other end of the stool that Chris was sitting on, there were two biological girls. I have no idea if they are Christorians or just random girls, but I noticed Chris was trying to sit closer to them, and it looked like he was trying to listen in on their conversation without taking part in it. It was a little weird, but then I turned around later and he was talking to them. When he left though, he wasn't with anyone else. After the drag show itself ended, people typically stick around and socialize. There was still music playing, and Chris kind of did a swing dance thing where he was standing, and his eyes were half shut. Oddly enough, the expression he made reminded me of how he looked in the For JR's Eyes Only video. The Impulse had become one of Chris's most frequent spots, attending the venue almost every weekend. On May 5th, Chris posted the Super Smash Bros. Character choices for two of her Sonichu characters. Wild Sonichu would play as the eponymous Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong, while Bubbles Rosechu would take the Mario character Peach. She then signed and shared a petition aiming to induct musician Melissa Etheridge into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. On May 7th, Christine attended her scheduled court hearing in Charlottesville. Kiwi Farms user Lipitor left an account concerning her appearance, demeanor, and the general goings-on of the hearing. It was a Girl Scout, green/teal color, and cut, worn over a white t-shirt. The cut was just above the knees. Christian wore dirty old sneakers with old gym socks with this. He also had a matching hat that was the same color as his dress. You could tell by his face that he thought he looked cute as shit while wearing that hat, but he looked like a fucking moron. Christian sat near the front with his back to the side wall so he could scope everyone in there out. Saw him lock eyes on some dude and pull his phone out and text someone. You're not allowed to have phones with cameras, so he had a flip phone with him. It took fucking hours for them to finally get to his case. When they finally did, he got very nervous. They kept calling him by both male and female pronouns at different times. They called him Chris/Christian/Christine and a couple of times Crystal. I know Crystal is his daughter, but apparently the judge accidentally called him that a few times, and I was in no position to correct the man. Christian didn't seem fazed by any of this and went with whatever name/pronoun used at the time. They talked forever, and it was mostly just establishing what happened and what the charge was. So it was hard to hear, so the next part is a bit speculative. It sounded like the reason for the continuance was because they wanted Christian to seek a shrink.
The next part is a bit speculative.
/counselor/whatever, so they could do a mental health plea. They wanted him to go like right after the court too. He seemed to agree to this at the time. On the way out, my field agent was confronted by some lady. She asked the field agent what they were doing there and what their name was. She said she was a reporter. My field agent was like, "Yeah, I'm not telling you that." She shifted tone and said she just wanted to buy my field agent a cup of coffee and hear his story. She wanted to know why a community of people on the internet literally document everything in his life. An interview was declined. The case was given another continuance, with the next hearing scheduled for June 11th. On May 12th, Christine uploaded a few new photos of herself, giving flirty poses for the mirror. Kim Wilson left a comment, revealing that Chris had been taking hormones to aid her transition. The new photos and hormone revelation were discussed in a thread on Kiwi Farms, which Chris referenced in a Facebook comment, writing that Farms user, Cat Party, had correctly guessed her bra cup size as a D and asked Cat Party to enjoy her cookies, giving him the pet name Sugar. Kenneth then wrote a comment, warning her that taking female hormones can cause serious health complications. Another Facebook friend, Rowan Dunstan, asked her to talk to a medical professional concerning her use of hormones, to which Chris replied that she had already discussed the matter with a doctor who approved of her treatment. A day later, she posted a photo on her Braziers for Males Facebook page of herself shirtless, with her nipples covered up by heart-shaped pasties. In the accompanying text, she boasted that her breast size had increased from Betty B's to Daria D's. On May 13th, Chris wrote a post targeting possible friends with benefits. "Hey y'all, this post for my new women friends who I have had the pleasure meeting lately. My main focus has been on being friends, and I will continue to honor and respect y'all as such, but I am also looking for friends with benefits. I will not personally push it. It is your call. I will still be your friend regardless. To be direct, I'm open to all women, straight, bi, and lesbian. In fact, while I am fairly educated about tribadism and abreast with theories, I would appreciate some experience with a lesbian or two who knows what she likes to enlighten me better, including on sensual massage and all that. I understand how my born part, shall we say, would offend, and Charlottesville is a small city, which is why I am posting this note online. A friend can be referred to me as well. My DQ friends can help me there as well, please. On my giving you all each my contact card, y'all know how to contact me directly. Facebook messages, texting, and emails are highly recommended. You may telephone me as well, but please leave your name and phone number in the voicemail, and I will call you back. Thank you all, and have a great and safe day." 2 days later, Chris wrote an additional extended version of her previous post, adding more specific details concerning her want of true platonic friends and friends with benefits alike. Soon after, she posted another advertisement for ladies, hoping that one would befriend her and then try her sexually. She highlighted that she would provide traditional
Befriend her and then try her sexually? Like, try her like you try a new like a new dinner spot, dude. Ew. Try her. No thanks.
intercourse for the straight women, clit rubbing and pussy eating for the lesbians, and anything else for bisexual.
Wow.
women. Additionally, Chris could offer massages, kissing, eye contact, and lots of attention.
What? So you just want to stare at these women like this? Yeah. Just want to stare right in their eyes like this? That's it. I don't know. That seems really uncomfortable, Chris. I don't think anybody's gonna like that, Chris. I wouldn't like that.
On that same day, Christine posted the next installment in her series of Sonichu characters, talking about what characters they would play as in Super Smash Bros. In this case, Angelica Rosechew proclaimed that she would choose the character Pit from the Kid Icarus video game franchise. On May 18th, Chris posted on Facebook that she did not know and understand everything, nor was she perfect, clarifying that in fact, nobody was. However, she extensively read about the history of lesbians in America and learned of the hardships they had suffered. She wrote that friendship with women was her top priority, and told all haters who had nothing positive to contribute to go to the left and far behind her in the distant past with their cruel ways. She soon after liked an article from the magazine Elephant Journal concerning how to master talking dirty in a sexual scenario. Soon after again, Chris liked an article from Playboy magazine on Facebook, which wrote of the medical benefits of masturbation. At around this time, Kiwi Farms user Pickle Inspector sent Christine a private message on Facebook asking if she was no longer interested in having intercourse with heterosexual women. Chris denied this, writing that she was interested in women of all orientations. Pickle Inspector then asked if she was willing to have sex with male-to-female transsexuals, to which she replied with a fervent no, since they were born with a dick. On the 21st, Christine posted an update telling her followers that
If it was born with the dick, hell no. Go fuck yourself, Chris. The hypocrisy is fucking unreal. Unreal.
the dick. On the 21st, Christine posted an update telling her followers that her counterpart that lived in Quickville was also a lesbian trans woman and had transformed herself into an updated version of Chris-chan Sonichu. In her new form, her shoes were different. She had a rounded feminine tail, and her breasts were larger. In addition, she noticed that not only did she have a penis, but a vagina as well. She asked Magi-chan to mentally link with her and examine her insides. He told her that she had a fully developed uterus, ovaries, and even some ovium. She had an idea, which concerned her changing back into her human form to extract some of her essence, and then changing back into Chris-chan Sonichu to insert her essence into herself. After a brief battle with Count Graduan, she was examined in a hospital to discover that she had impregnated herself. 2 weeks later, she laid a single egg, after which time she transformed back into the human form of Christine. After another 3 weeks, the egg hatched, containing twins, a Sani and a Rosie. She named them Russell and Cynthia, and they both grew up healthy without any birth defects, not even autism. The post came attached with a new drawing depicting the previous version of Chris-chan Sonichu, transitioning into her current form, and a few photos of a new amiibo fashioned to look like Chris-chan Sonichu. Chris planned to include this story into the wider canon of her Sonichu storyline. Rowan left a comment, asking if her Sonichu form should instead be a Rosechu, since she had transitioned into a woman. Christine replied that she chose to maintain the name Chris-chan Sonichu, though she later considered changing it to Chrissy-chan Rosechu. On May 23rd, Christine posted answers to some questions, which were asked in a video from the BBC Free Speech Facebook page regarding transgender people. She said that she always had a feminine soul within her. She uses the public restrooms of the gender of her choosing, implying that she hated urinals due to splashback and lack of privacy. She clarified that she felt comfortable in herself as a lesbian transgender, and that she set herself apart from the gay transvestites with male mindsets. Chris added that she was at ease at making friends with drag queens, as long as they mutually respected each other's wishes. She expressed that she would never go back to being a male, And if anyone were interested in seeing how she looked as a man, they could look up her name on Google and find many photos on the internet. On May 24th, she posted an image of a background My Little Pony character named by fans as Vinyl Scratch, and accompanied the picture with a written post describing her sensations at the Impulse Gay Social Club. Chris wrote that the music was so loud that it
Are those little goddamn... Are those little goddamn ponies that, those grown men like, the brony guys? Is that what they're talking... Is that what that little character on screen, is that specifically what that horse is? Or pony is? Is that specifically one of those My Little Pony guys?
by fans as Vinyl Scratch, and accompanied the picture with a written post describing her sensations at the Impulse Gay Social Club.
And these dudes, like, obsess over it. Seems weird. Seems... I mean, you can like whatever. You can like cartoons. Whatever. Just... I don't know. Seems a little odd. Just not for me, I suppose.
Chris wrote that the music was so loud that it reverberated within her breasts, and the vibrations made her feel aroused.
Ew.
She asked her readers if anyone else had a similar experience, and whether science could explain the phenomenon. The next day, Kiwi Farms user Hey Jackie Pie wrote an eyewitness account of Chris's activities at the club. Chris wore a pink shirt, which appeared to be the same one in his Facebook post. He was seated with two young women and a man, who were later revealed to be in college. He initially seemed to be part of their group, but this later seemed not to be true. It wasn't clear what he was saying, but at parts he was very loud. He didn't seem to be socially aware of how loud he is or how bad his voice sounds. And his mood? He was immensely happy and having a very good time. I cannot overstate this. This very well seemed to be the greatest night of his life. He approached multiple groups of girls around the bar area and talked to them for about 5 minutes each. The girls didn't seem put off or creeped out and were equally invested in the conversation. He talked to about 4 or 5 groups of girls before an MC announced the show would soon begin. It was like he owned the room or was one of the regulars that everyone knew and loved. The MC was getting everyone excited for the show and making several sexual jokes about hooking up, 69, cock, etc. Everyone seemed to be enjoying it. The MC then talked to a few people asking names and where they were from and welcoming them. The group Chris was initially with had a newcomer, and when the MC walked over, Chris stood up and yelled, "They're in college!" Again, I cannot understate how loud this was, because his voice is naturally high-pitched. It was very piercing when he yelled. The MC even then said, "We hope to see you on stage soon, Christine." It wasn't clear how he reacted, but yeah, it was actually suggested Chris do drag. The dancer would dance to the song on stage and slowly guests would reach out with a dollar bill, extended to tip. The dancers would walk out into the seating area, singing and collecting dollar bills and dancing their way through the crowds. Chris tipped every dancer. At the intermission, Chris made his rounds on more groups of women before resuming his seat. He was constantly scouting the area for women to talk to. Besides the college guy in his initial group, he never talked to a single guy. After a minute or so, he then stood up and began to skip and prance his way toward the bathroom at the front of the stage, but only to put something, possibly a piece of paper or napkin, in the trash. He then skipped back again. He was beaming with happiness and glee. A few minutes later, he walked to the bathroom at the front of the stage. While he was in there, a woman started dancing by herself in the dance area, as women typically do in clubs. She seemed to be with a group of people her age, about 40, and just wanting to have fun and dance. When Chris exited the bathroom, he beelined right to her and started to dance with her. He appeared to say, "I'm Christine," when he leaned in to talk to her, and she appeared to respond, "Oh, hi." Chris was very engaged in conversation with the woman, more so than any other encounter he had that night. This didn't seem necessarily unusual, because he was simply trying to see if she had any feelings for her, and was just aggressively leaning in. She was being very friendly in response too. It was only unusual in the sense that this woman was clearly straight, clearly with a group of people, clearly out of his league. She just seemed to play along with it for a bit. As I said earlier, Chris was immensely happy, and it was very clear he was enjoying himself, but this seemed to be more than just a great night out. It seemed as if this club means much more to him than just a fun place. It's a place where he is welcome.
All right, brownies, if you're packing a bowl, let's give it just a couple minutes so you can take a second to get it packed, and then we'll fire one up with you. We'll let the video play for another minute or two, and then we'll join you.
Where he can talk to women and try to make friends. A place where he can even dance with women. And a place where, maybe, he can meet a sexual partner.
Ugh, hope not.
In many ways.
God,
I think it
I hope not. God, I hope not.
will become like a Manchester High to him. His happiness was very evident in the way he skipped to the trash can. It looked foolish and silly, and something a little schoolgirl or child would do. Also noteworthy, there were numerous sexual jokes and references of the X-rated variety, which I think he thoroughly enjoys, because he thinks if so many people there are having sex, so too will he. In many ways, his overly sexualized Facebook posts are not surprising given his history. We know Chris has always been interested in sex, but he probably thinks it's normal to post these updates because this language is so persistent at the club. It's also clearly Chris's autism and/or a variety of other factors that he can't tell the difference between when this language is socially acceptable, hosting a drag show, and when it isn't. Facebook. Also, many people seem to think Chris's presence must have been a horrifying experience for everyone else. It wasn't. While no one seemed to be interested in him beyond polite and playful conversation and dancing, no one seemed repulsed by him. Chris seemed to come off as a silly but fun-loving girly girl who is just so happy to be having such a great time. So while he might have looked foolish or silly, he was just so happy that people either feel a bit sorry for him or just seem to be happy he's so happy. Hey Jackie Pie then shared 3 videos they filmed at the club of Christine offering tips to drag queens. And then enjoying a dance with a woman.
Let me just get out of the way here for a second. Look at this.
On May 25th, in honor of Memorial Day, Christine wrote that she was watching a program.
Boy, I think it's about time that we grab ourselves a ripper, because that was awful. If you're all packed and ready, brownies, heck yeah, look at that, great minds, that's right, that was fucking weird, that was weird. I'm gonna call that what it that was. Watching all of that was weird. I'm glad that we do rippers, because we watch a lot of weird shit here on my channel. The internet is a very, very strange place. So, thank goodness for these. You guys know what time it is. Poot, 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 let's go.
Program on the TV channel PBS with her mother, and that she had also watched the film American Sniper. She reflected on war, and that even though countries strive to protect their communities and homes, people got hurt deep, emotionally and mentally, and so wished that a more peaceful resolution could have replaced acts of war. She then commented on her father, Robert Chandler, missing him every day. She highlighted that he served in the Signal Corps in Seoul, Korea, and made Korean friends there. Chris later protested on Facebook against the proposed name change of the minor My Little Pony character, who was called either Derpy, Ditsy Doo, or Bubbly Mare. She thought that changing the character's name to Muffins, after the food she liked, would cause riots and catastrophes in a similar vein as when Sonic's arm color was changed to blue. On the 26th, Chris completed an online quiz to discover what kind of lady she was. She found that she was the mysterious lady, a revelation she greeted with elation. On June 3rd, Christine shared Punchy Sonichu's choice for Super Smash Bros., Little Mac from the Punch-Out series of games, due to their common interest in boxing. Soon after, she posted that she had made 10 more customized amiibo characters and listed them up for sale on eBay. The next day, she made another bulletin announcement for her amiibos. On June 5th, Chris revealed that while she was making the latest batch of figurines, she had accidentally cut her finger with a pocket knife and had to go to the hospital to get it stitched. In addition to dealing with that discomfort, she felt further crestfall because no one had yet to show any interest in purchasing one of the new Sonichu amiibos. In response to this post, 3 figurines were quickly bought by unknown.
That was the finger? This? This was a hospital trip? This? I don't like... Did I miss something here? That's... Am I missing something here? One. Okay, so that would be... Yeah, that's his middle finger. I don't know, I feel like I do more damage to myself on the daily than that. I don't know. Chipmunk, appreciate you being here, my friend. Have a great gym session.
Amiibos. In response to this post, 3 figurines were quickly bought by unknown buyers. 2 days later, Christine posted one of her previous pictures of herself with an overlay, fashioned to look like the front cover of the magazine Vanity Fair, following a popular trend at the time in response to Caitlyn Jenner, a transgender woman formerly known as Olympic athlete Bruce Jenner, being featured on the cover. In the accompanying...
Look at those sideburns.
Known as Olympic athlete Bruce Jenner, being featured on the cover.
Look at those things. Right there. Look at that. Dang. Jeez, look at that head of hair. Look at that. That's impressive. Man. That thing was just a hefty mane up there. It's not often that a man with hair impresses me.
In the accompanying text, she expressed her pride in being transgender. The next day, Christine was selected to be the Pristine Tootsie of the Week by a blog critical of some aspects of the transgender community, Twansphobic. On June 9th, she listed 2 new items for sale on eBay, a 1990 silver dollar coin, and a commemorative coin made to celebrate the release of the game Mario Galaxy. On that same day, she wrote of her shock upon learning that there were confirmed plans to make a new Sonic Boom game for the Nintendo 3DS. She pleaded for retailers not to stock the game and said that she could not personally go out to the stores to protest the game like before. She then commented on the retailer Best Buy's official Facebook page, telling them to tell Sega of America and Japan to not send copies of their Sonic Boom game to their stores until Sonic's arm color was changed back to tan, and that failure to comply with her demands would result in attacks from countless trolls, hackers, and cyberbullies because of her standing as an influential individual. Later again, she wrote a Facebook post in response to an interview with Omar Woodley, producer for the upcoming game Sonic Boom: Fire and Ice.
Man.
Bring to me, in person, the one called Omar Woodley, so I can tell to his face of my plights and troubles I went and had to jai through because of the sensory overloading, horrific arm color change that should never—
Why is every other word capitalized? The first letter of every other word? Omar Woodley, so I... Plight, troubles I went, had, go through, because sensory overloading, horrific arm color change, never have happened. Wow.
never have happened. And then, let me kick and beat him up upon further refusal to change the arm color back to tan in everything Sonic Boom. Damn and Olmar Woodley. She later edited the post to include fellow producer Stephen Frost in her demands. Due to the news regarding the new Sonic Boom game, Chris proclaimed that Sega have ruined a peaceful, pleasant life for her, and in revenge, she took off the arms of a Sonic plush doll. Commenters commented that if she had purchased the doll herself, then she was supporting the franchise she was protesting against. Later that day, in response to a comment regarding the possibility of playing as Sonichu in the new Sonic Boom game, the official Twitter account for Sonic the Hedgehog acknowledged it and said that it may be possible only if Sonichu were to go through a drastic redesign, which would include giving him blue arms. A member of the Kiwi Farms privately sent Chris a message detailing the Twitter exchange, but she refused to believe its veracity. On June 10th, Chris posted a photo of her full collection of custom Sonichu characters, and wrote that she was hesitant about putting up the other amiibos for sale due to the added difficulty in expenses and acquisition of the necessary parts and character chips. That evening, she attended an LGBTQ youth and family bowling event with other members of the community. On June 11th, Christine went to her next scheduled appearance in court. Kiwi Farms user, as per
Look how unhappy Judge. Chris looks very unhappy right there. Looks very dissatisfied with the cops.
Hess was at the courthouse and wrote an account of what they saw. He was wearing an aqua blue outfit with matching eyeshadow, blue sweater, blue colored blouse with vertical stripes, blue skirt with vertical stripes, dark stockings. Everything matched well except for his grotty sneakers, which are blue but the wrong shade. He had a headband, and his hair looked the way it has in all his recent photos. He wore his glasses. He had his black purse with all the jangly shit hanging off it. He was reading something. I couldn't tell what it was at first, but when he stood up, it turned out to be the issue of Vanity Fair with Miss Caitlyn Jenner on the cover. He uses his index finger to help him read. When I first arrived, there was a middle-aged woman sitting next to him. I assumed she was his public defender, but as soon as the judge arrived, she went up to speak with the judge and left the room. Before she left, Chris said to her, "I'm Christine, by the way." The woman introduced herself to Chris and said goodbye, so Chris had apparently initiated small talk. A few minutes later, Chris did a little hand wave to a female lawyer who walked in, who returned the wave. He seemed to be checking out every woman who entered the courtroom. The main reason why I made this last-minute decision to attend was that he's been enraged about the new Blarms game, and I was hoping he'd show up with a sign demanding justice for transsexuals or something equally dramatic. Chris's mood was entirely the opposite. He was self-contained, calm, and collected. He was not angry, stressed, or nervous. He was not fidgety. It was very hard to believe that this was the person who just the day before had expressed a public wish to beat up Sega executives. He sat and read his magazine. At one point, something he was reading caught his interest and he said, suddenly, causing the woman sitting next to him to turn her head to look at him. He seemed somewhat bored. He yawned twice, loudly, putting his hand over his mouth, which struck me as rather self-indulgent and overly dramatic. Around 9:40, after a couple quiet cases, they called Christian Chandler. At this point, the lawyer who had defended the probation violator walked over to Chris and escorted him to the front, revealing himself as the public defender. He is young, skinny, bearded, wore tweed. He seemed like a good guy, pretty relaxed. It was apparent that the first words out of the judge's mouth was that there was a continuance. Chris asked a question. The judge said it would be dealt with at the next hearing, and that he should stay in touch with his lawyer. She and the lawyer wore big patronizing smiles. They treated him like a sensitive child. Their attitude was, "Everyone is your friend, no one wants to attack you." In the previous probation case, the judge was serious and all business, because she was speaking with an adult. Here, even though macing someone is also pretty serious business, she knew she was dealing with a special individual, and it was pointless to deal with him normally. So Chris has basically already won over the judge. Chris's attorney walked him out of the courtroom, and I followed them out. They hung out on the front porch for about a minute to cover some issues. He told Chris that for the next hearing, be a little early, like you were today. Another lawyer, a pretty young woman, joined them, and she was also all smiles. Chris complimented her clothing, and she replied, "I like your color too." For me, the most remarkable thing was how much progress Chris had made in getting over his social anxiety. He was very eager to initiate contact with any pretty woman he saw. I think it's something he should be proud of. He's not the same guy who had to post a sign on the wall because of his noviophobia. This is actually a proven method for overcoming social anxiety. The more experience you have in talking to strangers, the easier it becomes. Of course, none of this will help him find a sweetheart, because while Chris is friendly, he's also immediately off-putting. He's instantly recognizable as a weirdo. After she got back home, Chris wrote a lengthy post on Facebook that was largely the same as the one she had originally made after she was released from jail in December 2014. Afterwards, she posted another message regarding Sonic Boom on her "Fix Sonic's arms immediately, Sega!" Facebook page. which was also copied from a previous message, telling her followers to order Sega to recall the games, take the TV show off the air, and change Sonic's arm color. In a shorter post, she clarified that as opposed to Sonic, her alter, Christian Sonichu form underwent a transformation to match her
I'm gonna let the video play for a minute. I will be right back, guys.
female identity. She claimed that Sonic had no reason to get a design change. She later posted a drawing of Magi-chan, who wrote that he would choose to play as the Pokemon Mewtwo in Super Smash Bros. However, due to the scarcity of the Mewtwo amiibo, Christine had resorted to using the character chip and base of the Earthbound character Ness due to his psychic powers for the customized Magi-chan amiibo figurine. On June 12th, Chris attended a burlesque show in Charlottesville, in which she possibly performed as well as part of an audience participation segment. She wrote an account of that night the following day. "Do you know who likes me? These women like me. I was at the Boom Boom burlesque show Friday night, and Zora Nova was quite taken with my audience support and participation. On stage, I acted a drown quite well. I applied Naraja lip balm with vaginal outlines, and I flexed muscles and booty. Not only was I awarded a couple of blow pops, but I also won the raffle, complete with a trophy and a tiara, among other most valuable prizes, and kisses and hugs were shared with great delight. And I also made more women friends, as well as met with a couple of other recent women friends once again as well. Thank you all, ladies, for a most fabulous and fun night, and for becoming my new friends too." She further added a post that praised the performers, describing their striptease movements as smooth and fluid, and was wholly satisfied with her first burlesque show. Also on June 13th, Christine expressed light disappointment after seeing that in the latest episode of My Little Pony, the character Ditsy Do was officially renamed to Muffins. The next day, she commented on the meaning of the word pristine, which she had used previously in the small print of her mock Vanity Fair cover image. She wrote that, like the definition, she liked to be clean after a daily shower, but aside from that, she was pristinely not perfect. The next day, Christine shared an article from omgfacts.com about a species of female-only lizards nicknamed lesbian lizards. Chris considered them more wild than the lesbian bonobos monkeys. On June 16th, she pondered that since she still felt attraction for women, she considered herself a lesbian in the aftermath of her transition. Likewise, if a female-to-male transgender person were
I'm back.
to be attracted to males, they would be considered gay. On June 22nd, Christine announced on Facebook that she created a new eBay account, Pristine Christine 1982, to start fresh with no negative ratings or selling restrictions, though at the beginning she was limited to posting a maximum of 10 items. She first listed autographed photos of herself, the descriptions of the listings for which were largely copied from her old Jesus Guides Me Too account without any alterations, including the archaic reference to herself as Christian. She later edited the post to state that next month she will list Sonichu medallions for sale as well. On the 24th, she shared a YouTube video called Geraldine, concerning a man's overnight transformation into a woman, and wrote about a story in which a couple moved into a house that was in a bad state, and the female party decided to be grateful for the things she hated, which made her feel that she deserved better. So they gradually began improving their house and turning it into their dream home. Chris commented that if it were that easy, she would say that she was grateful for her penis, but wished she would have a full functioning vagina and would turn into a woman like the person in the video. On June 26th, she celebrated the Supreme Court's decision to legalize same-sex marriage across the country and wished for the date to be remembered as Pride-Dependence Day. Chris reflected that she felt compatible with any woman, and that she always felt like a woman, pointing out that she could never get into male interests, instead feeling more appreciative of fashions, makeup, shopping, empathy, identifying feelings, and looking to resolve problems reasonably. Kim Wilson interjected in the comments, writing that Christine was not compatible with straight women, since she was a lesbian, while William Waterman questioned the meaning of the word pride-dependence. On July 2nd, Christine entered a competition called Summer at GameStop, which called on gamers to share their stories of building personal relationships through playing video games. She elaborated on her intentions in a Facebook post. "Hey, I just entered this thing as an ironic joke. Dig it. Happened to me more than once. Oh brother, yeah. Good luck finding anyone who has found actual and true love with anyone they met online before face to face. Too many damn fucked up fakes tugging at your heartstrings for video fails from you, and access to your Hexbox or PSN account for Disgaea 3 DLC and a full game download of Burnout Paradise. They fail you for their lulz! Not to be a hater or anything bad like that, but you should verify any and all entrants, the actual identities of both people and their meeting and background stories to the fullest of background checks. Guess what? Everyone will lie their burning pants off, and your prize will be left unclaimed forever. I am serious, and that is exactly what I told them, straight up.
Straight up.
Also on that day, she posted an image macro, which wrote of a heart being so resilient that it still works after being played, stabbed, cheated, burned, and broken. Chris added that hers had also been soul-shattered, beaten, scarred, blackmailed, duped, deceived, and more by fake ex-girlfriends and trolls and cyberbullies. She later wrote a brief post, revealing that she felt good because she looked down and found that her freshly grown breasts fit snugly into her D-cup brassiere. Later again, Chris posted a drawing of pink lemonade in a glass jug being poured through a giant vagina and onto a depiction of Christine herself, wearing only panties and cupping her breasts in her hands, with her turquoise bra thrown off to the side. The text on the drawing read, "Pink fresh lemonade. So good to the last drop from the glass, with class." In the text in the Facebook post, she dared people to report it. In the lemonade. So good to the last drop. The text on the drawing read, "Pink fresh lemonade. So good to the last drop from the glass, with class." In the text in the Facebook post, she dared people to report it. In the comment section, Kim Wilson asked her if it were menstrual blood being depicted, with Chris answering in a vehement no, clarifying that it was simply pink lemonade, or alternatively, urine. Other commenters generally left positive reviews, including one, Jessica Quinn, who asked for an explanation about what was happening in the picture. Chris told her that she was being showered with pink or strawberry lemonade through a vagina. Kenneth Engelhardt asked why it was being poured through a vagina, with Chris stating that it was because she was most attracted to women. The following day, her Facebook page disappeared due to unknown reasons. As she continued to embrace her
Wow, Chris. Fuck, dude, that's a lot. That's a lot. I am not nearly qualified to unpack all that. Jiminy Christmas. Oh my God, Chris. There's just so much. I'm attracted to women. Yeah. I'm very happily married, of course. But that being said, because I'm attracted to women, I don't want to drink lemonade through a woman's vagina. I'm good. I like my drinks the way that they come from the store, or wherever I'm at. I'm honestly good on drinking any drink through or from or over anybody's body parts, any body part at all. I'm good on that. It's weird that you think about that, Chris, that you want lemonade to rain through a vagina over top of you. It sounds like you want to be peed on. Am I reading into that, or is that? I feel like he wants to be peed on. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but lemonade through a vagina raining down over you. Who wouldn't take a shot of tequila from Chris? I'd rather lick somebody's dirty boot. No. Take a shot from Chris's belly button? Oh, dude, the amount of fucking germs and bacteria. No, that would take the kind of money to do that, like to change my great great grandchildren's lives, like fucking zeros and zeros and zeros and zeros and zeros and zeros and zeros, to do something that fucking foul and vile and degrading. Yeah, if I'm gonna degrade myself that far, it better benefit my great 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 grandchildren's lives. Yeah, that's the kind of money that would be required for me to do something like that. And even then, it'll probably fuck me up after. My life would probably spiral out of control.
Her new identity, Christine felt more at ease at mingling with seemingly like-minded people, a feeling
Oh my God. This is absolutely the kind of footage that you see in a serial killer documentary. I've said this before many times. This is the stuff that you're going to see, like, on not the first 48, but whatever murder shows are on TV these days. We're going to see this, and you're going to see this, and this picture right here is going to roll by. Then you're going to hear about what Chris, when he finally snaps, he finally had enough of the internet, and he finally does whatever he's eventually going to do, I think, to Barb. Hypothetically.
of belonging she had not felt in a very long time. The gay club was a sanctuary, a relief from both troublesome and legal troubles still prevalent in her life. However, a change in identity did not largely change her personality, and she would continue to engage with life with a predictable attitude, for she still was the same person behind a different name.
Very well said. That was a good one. That was a really good one. But ladies and gentlemen, we are not done here. No, sir. We are not done here. No, sir. Not yet. We took that first little crack at Cyraxx. And then, as we've been doing most Mondays for a while now, we've been trying to crack down on two of these at a time. So we're going to get part 45 today, and that will put us at an even 40 episodes left. 40 episodes left. I can remember the first day that I had the idea to start this and like actually do it. I kind of remember that first stream, because I wondered if they'll hang out with me and watch me today. Like, I wonder if they're going to show up, or if they're only going to show up for Cyraxx shit. And obviously it was worth the time and effort to put into it, because we're about to do episode 45 or part 45 here. That's so much. We've been at this a while. That's all. Just laying down some miles in this. That's all right. That stray cat I adopted was... The stray cat you adopted won't stop shitting in the hallway. Oh, just... Yeah, do your best. Be patient. Handle it. It sucks because I went out this morning and I had to see a recent customer for just a quick second, give her some receipts. And her dog is very sweet. I don't know what kind he is. She lives near when I say park is a teeny tiny little parking lot right near the edge of a little tiny pond, and there's a couple of trees. It's not really a park. It's more of like a big backyard on the side of the highway. But my customer happened to be at this little park because she lived near it doing a jogging the road, and there was a dog there just hanging out by itself. She assumed somebody dumped it. She took the dog home. She's had him for a year now, and his name is Brownie, and he looks kind of like a German Shepherd if a German Shepherds were like 6 inches shorter and maybe like a foot less in length from head to tail. The dog looks to be about 45, 50 pounds or so. And instead of the light brown coloring like a German Shepherd has, Brownie is like a deep, fiery blood brown kind of color. And his hair is like mid-length. It's like this long. It's not super long, just enough of a coat. But where I'm going with it today, when I was out there, I was in the front yard and I was playing with him. I was throwing his frisbee, and one time I threw it, and my customer has a giant tree in the middle of her front yard. The frisbee gets stuck in one of the branches, and I was like, "Oh, I better go get it." And when it got stuck, Brownie goes, boom, straight to the tree. He climbs up the tree, goes like this, hits the branches, walks right over to it. And he wasn't high up in the air, but he was like 8, 9 feet up or so, roughly. So, I mean, it was a little bit up there. And the way he ran up there, it reminded me of how, if you've ever seen videos of Belgian Malinois, the way that they run up walls, they're super fucking athletes for dogs. It's incredible how fast and agile Belgian Malinois is. It reminded me of that. That's how Brownie moved. He definitely requires a lot of energy and time, and he was like a tiny little, like a medium-sized torpedo, like I said, 45, 50 pounds. That like you could pick him up and hold him like this. He would be kind of hefty, but you could get him like that comfortably. And really nice guy, or really nice dog. Super sweet, just wanted to play. And every time I went to throw the frisbee, as I would get ready to throw it, he would like try to jump and grab it as it was leaving like that out of my hand. But he doesn't look quite like a Belgian Malinois, nor is he colored like one. So I'm just curious if maybe he was like some kind of a mutt or a crossbreed or something. He was a very pretty dog. And she doesn't know that she's going to be able to keep him forever because she's getting up there in age, and the dog needs someone with a very active lifestyle. I was just curious. He's just a pretty dog. But anyways. 2 episodes, absolutely. And we're definitely going to be doing a ripper. Revolution, you haven't seen this yet either? Awesome. I'm glad you're having fun watching it with us. I appreciate that, Revolution. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah. Love it. Bite-sized German Shepherd. Kinda. Pretty dog, very pretty. The coloring he does have, like I said, it's almost like if you could imagine a really dark copper. Like he's mostly black, but the color he does have, it's like a really dark copper. It's so pretty. He's a very pretty boy. He's very friendly too. He's not aggressive. He's just very playful. He's a very playful boy. Joyce De La Rosa, thank you for the dono. It's very much appreciated. Hell yeah, still live. Let's go. Absolutely, dude. We got to tear down 2 episodes today from Geno Samuel's channel. Shouts out to Geno Samuel. Got to tear down 2 at a time, and today is we did part 44. We're about to tear down part 45, so we've got a whole one in front of us. Let me stop yapping. Let's get our rippers out. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Poot, poot, poot. Let's get our pre-video or post-video celebration for surviving the last episode. Let's get our ripper. Here we go. Poot poot. Brownie's very pretty. The other day when I was at my customer's house, when I first met him, she was like, would you think you could take him? Would you like to have him? And I was like, I'd have to talk to my wife. And I thought about it. But today, after seeing him climb like he did, I don't think I could provide him the proper home. I don't think I could give him what he needs. Yeah, the way he climbs too. My house isn't quite prepared for that. A very pretty dog, though. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive on into episode 45 from Geno Samuel 2.1. Shouts out to him. Here we go. Now.
What made her this way?
Okay. All right. Tell me if I'm lying. Right there, at a glance, just at a quick glance, when you're like, wait a minute. If you were to add some girth, like starting right here and take the shoulders like this, boom, and take this shoulder and go, boom, at a glance with the stringy hair and the dark circles here in the eyes, almost kind of resembles Amber Reed, right? It's something about the greasy stringy hair and the, hey guys, just looking beast on camera, zero muscle. Look at you, Chris. There is zero muscle tone to your body. There's no definition. There's nothing there. You're a bag of soured milk. Gross. Anyways, kind of reminds me of, at a glance, kind of reminds me of Amber Reed. Fat heifer.
What made her this way?
I don't know.
What is the attraction?
I don't know.
What keeps us fascinated? This is the story of Christian.
Part 45, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
On July 3rd, 2015, Christine's Facebook profile reappeared a day after seemingly being deleted, or most likely, only temporarily set to private. The post featuring a depiction of her getting showered with pink lemonade emanating from a vagina, which members of the Kiwi Farms believed caused her page to get reported, was...
Okay, so pink lemonade. That was my bad. Chris wants pink lemonade through a vagina to shower him. That makes me think it's period blood. Why else would it be pink lemonade?
Was found to be still present. On July 5th, Chris wrote a Facebook post in response to an article regarding model Chrissy Teigen's so-called trolling efforts on the image-based social media site Instagram, where she took photos of herself while exposing her nipples to show solidarity for the Free the Nipple movement, thusly violating the site's terms of service. Christine took issue with the article's use of the word trolling, which he specifically defined as trolls and cyberbullies needlessly terrorizing, bullying, blackmailing, hacking, and above all, emotionally and mentally abusing innocent persons lacking fame or power to the point of mental breakdowns and emotional traumas. She felt that a more appropriate term to describe her act was standing up to them for her rights. 2 days later, she updated her followers with the news that she had made 16 more Sonichu medallions ready for sale on eBay. On July 9th, Christine expressed her outrage at the unwillingness of Facebook moderators to remove a photo of her bare breasts, writing that if her bare nipples were allowed to be on the site, so too should the bare nipples of all women without repercussions. Later that day, she made a post revealing that someone had requested she create a medallion depicting Adolf Hitler, the Führer of Germany's Nazi party. Someone requested Hitler for a medallion, and I found a number of shameful, misrepresentative fan art of my person. So I decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone in my own words, with help from Spike Jonze. I am not a mean person, or anything like him. I like Jewish people, and I have no grief against anyone else in the world who are not bad people. People, in person, are only bad when they exhibit malcontent against other people for hardly a good reason at the least. That is not me. I am a good person. I try not to come off as a scary or bad person, and I do not care for any and all haters to anyone who wishes to do good, or such, at their own free will and leisure. In short, I am a good person. I do not like Hitler, nor agree at all with what he did and set out to do. Heil, fart, heil, fart, right in the Führer's face. Spike Jonze. I could not have said it better. On the back of the medallion, she wrote a line from the parodic anti-Hitler propaganda song Der Führer's Face by Spike Jonze. Her Facebook friend, Jessica Quinn, commented that she didn't understand why Chris fulfilled the customer's request, while Kenneth Engelhardt replied that if she hadn't made it, then the troll who requested it would have won. In his opinion, Chris turned the tables back onto the troll by making the Hitler medallion while also mocking him as well. The next day, Christine's Facebook profile disappeared again. On July 11th, her page was made public. However, the photos of her Hitler medallion and her bare breasts had seemingly been removed. On the 12th, she respectfully acknowledged the passing of Nintendo president Iwata Satoru. 4 days later, Chris expressed her dissatisfaction with the new season of the animated series Sonic Boom by writing a short post on Facebook. 3 words: shit, damn, fuck, and then somebody shoot me. On July 18th, Christine advertised her stock of 10 more Sonichu amiibo figurines and 10 Sonichu medallions available from eBay. She informed her followers that if they bought both items, she would sell them at a price reduced by $5 each, totaling at $70 for a medallion and figurine. On July 23rd, Chris posted 3 photos on Facebook showing that she had dyed her hair blue, and noted that the change did not have anything to do with the game company Sega or Sonic the Hedgehog. Later that day, she attended her next scheduled court hearing regarding her assault with pepper spray at the game retailer GameStop. Kiwi Farms user Ramspieler was also in attendance to observe and later report the goings-on. He claimed that Chris saw him and acknowledged him as one of the trolls. He wrote that her mother Barbara and an older woman, possibly her pastoral counselor, Rocky Shoemaker, were also with her. Ramspieler claimed that during the hearing, Chris farted loudly and wetly, following it up with a stress sigh. There was also talk about her voluntarily seeing a therapist.
Loudly and wetly. Oh my God, Chris. How do you go about your existence like this, and this is how you've chosen to interact with the world around you, just ripping wet ass fart? I don't care, dude. Farts are funny. Farts are funny. Ripping a wet ass fart. Oh my God, Chris. That's unreal. This is unreal. Let's continue.
The hearing concluded with another continuance, with the next hearing scheduled for October 15th.
I wonder if you made the judge mad by doing that. I bet if I was the judge and Chris Chan was had a case being tried like that, and he pulled some shit like that, he ripped ass so hard that people... he rips ass so hard... Jesus Christ. If he just rips ass so hard that everybody throughout the courtroom there can hear it and get enough detail they could write online articles about it, yeah, I'd be very upset if I were the judge. Somebody be going to fucking prison that day.
Ramspieler also recorded a video of Christine leaving the courthouse.
Whoa, dude.
Next hearing scheduled for October 15th. Ramspieler also recorded a video.
There he is. Or there Chris is. Dude. Just the worst. Just the worst, dude. It's because we know it's Chris, that's how we get to judge, but still, it's the worst.
Of Christine leaving the courthouse. Soon after, a woman who wanted to protect and defend Chris from troublesome actions, or what Kiwi Farms members dubbed a white knight, approached Ramspieler and demanded to know what he was doing there and scolded him for filming Chris. Kiwi Farms member Lipitor claimed that it was a different person than the one who had come up to one of his field agents in an earlier similar event. Ramspieler then filmed her helping Barbara Chandler into Chris's car. Later, he learned that Christine thought that he had been arrested for his actions. Also on that day, Chris elaborated that the reason why Sonic the Hedgehog's arm color change was so offensive to her was that when looking at the character from the side, his blue arms blended in with the rest of his blue body, making it appear as if his arms were not present anymore, save for his white gloves. She urged her followers to contact Sega and inform them of this reason for why the change offended her so, since she was not able to contact the company herself due to being blocked by them on Facebook. On July 27th, Christine wrote a lengthy post explaining why Sonichu should be respected and appreciated as much as she is. She said that Sonichu has achieved more than Sonic or Pikachu, who from a lone mouse became a sweetheart, a loyal friend, a lover, and a family hedgehog with great strength and confidence. Sonic, on the other hand, did not settle down with his partner Amy Rose, nor was he always loyal. Chris further complained at Sega for rushing out poorly executed Sonic merchandise and enacting offensive changes to the character. Likewise, Pikachu was merely like a trained animal, and unlike Sonichu, he did not manage to domesticate himself. Chris added that she spent a great amount of time sourcing parts necessary for the amiibo figurines and constructing and packaging everything by hand. She would get so much glue stuck on her fingertips that she had to remove it by gnawing at it. She stated that her crafts are handmade soul pieces that have the good charm and quality that handmade crafts usually have, making them collectible items. Her trollsome gal pal, Kim Wilson, left an extended comment, telling her of the distinction between a creator feeling like people should like their character and creating an interesting, likable character. Kim reflected that Sonichu was a boring character and virtually indistinguishable from the many more Sonic fan offshoots that were posted online, and recommended that Chris read On Writing by author Stephen King in order to develop her skills in writing. In addition, her friend William Waterman wrote that he loved Sonichu and hinted that Chris could get paid for completing Sonichu issue 11 and praised her improvements in drawing. The next day, due to low interest, Christine introduced a new eBay deal. If one were to buy a Sonichu amiibo for $50, Chris would include a Sonichu medallion for free. On the 29th, Christine reported that some of the individuals who were keen on buying her items allegedly got their charges reversed, so she encouraged them to send the payments instead directly to her PayPal account, thusly breaching eBay's terms of service. By the end of July, the amiibo/medallion sets were almost, if not completely, sold out. On August 1st, Christine announced that she had 20 more medallions available from eBay at $30 each. 10 days later, she posted a custom-made postcard made by her half-brother, Cole Smithy.
People thought it was worth all that money to get some Chris Chan shit? Okay.
Which she sent to his mother in 1994 while living in San Francisco, California. She pleaded for Cole to come back and reunite with Chris and their mother, Barbara. Later that day, Chris posted a teaser image for an upcoming new Sonichu character who would be made available for sale on eBay soon. She later revealed it to be Blake, available as a limited quantity amiibo figurine. On August 15th, she wrote that all of the Sonic game characters contained within the chip in the base of all the Blake amiibos have been leveled up to level 50. Leveling up could be achieved by playing the characters extensively in-game and making them stronger. A member of the Kiwi Farms noted that she had recently purchased.
Oh, I was just scrolling. I didn't mean to miss this. Crispy Connie has been a member for 6 months. I appreciate that, Crispy Connie.
A special device that can make leveling up of amiibos a faster process. 4 days later, she advertised the Blake amiibos again, adding that they would all come bundled with an autographed photo of herself. Kiwi Farms member Asper Hess asked Chris on eBay about the issue of Christine using the name Christian Weston Chandler in the copyright of the products, questioning whether it was a case of copyright theft. Chris clarified that both Christine and Christian were the same person, but she was still in mid-transition and was planning on legally changing her name at a later point. On August 21st, Christine shared a YouTube video attempting to encourage recruitment of the fraternity Alpha Phi at the University of Alabama. She encouraged students to study very good at their semesters at their schools, encouraged forming strong friendships, and discouraged bullying. On the 22nd, she added that a good reason for buying her Sonichu amiibo figurines was that the characters contained in them would be fully compatible in the platforming level maker, Super Mario Maker. On August 23rd, Christine claimed to be a wild and exotic lipstick lesbian, or a lesbian who exhibited strong feminine traits, such as use of makeup, lipstick, and wearing skirts and dresses. Kim Wilson refuted her claim and offered the Wikipedia article for lipstick lesbian for reference. Kim said that she did not pass for a lipstick lesbian and was miscategorizing herself. Chris did not appreciate her comments and told her to shut up. Kim instead offered to help in the future and tell her whether or not to take down questionable posts. In addition, Chris changed her gender in her Facebook profile description to lipstick lesbian trans woman, wild, exotic, femme female soul in male bod. On August 25th, Chris revealed that 6 Blake figurines remained for sale on eBay, and to encourage buyers, she would also provide a Sonichu medallion with each purchase, stating that she would not be as nice with future sales of other Sonichu characters. 2 days later, Chris gave potential buyers one last chance to buy one of the 5 remaining Blake figurines. She planned to create a new set of amiibos of a different Sonichu character for the next month, and wanted to get back to drawing more comic pages and perhaps earn money from it as well. At the end of August, Christine attended the gaming and anime convention OmegaCon, held in Charlottesville, Virginia. She dressed up, or cosplayed, as
Wow. Awful. That's just... You guys want to do a poo? Yeah, we can get a poo. Yeah, I see it. I see it. The guy that runs the channel has just gifted 5 memberships. Shouts out to the guy that runs the channel. Let's add that to the calendar. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. 65 to go. Yeah, I think it's a very real possibility that we crack 1,000 members by end of year. Sure, even if I got pitching myself too, throw in a bunch of members. I think we're gonna get our way up there. I think we're gonna get our way up there. That being said, I appreciate you, the guy that runs the channel, and 5 new members. Shouts out to every one of you. You guys know what time it is, dude. You guys know what time it is. Get them out. Wait. Get them out, and let's get started. Get them out. You know what time it is. Come on, poop. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh. That might be the one.
The My Little Pony character, Vinyl Scratch's human form, as seen in the movie My Little Pony: Equestria Girls. The costume attempt was possibly the reason why she had dyed her hair blue. Notably, she was also wearing her Sonichu medallion out in public, possibly for the first time in about 5 years. She also brought with her Sonichu amiibo figurine. YouTube user Carbonic filmed a brief video of Chris walking by at the convention. During the convention, she entered herself into a costume competition, which she didn't win.
Dude, what a get up.
During the
Alright. Here, I'm gonna, again, remove myself. Turn those off for just a second. Look at those shorts, pants. Look how short those pants are. That's 4 inches between the bottom of his pants and the tops of his shoes. That's ridiculous. And his, those gross feet. Ew, dude. Yeah, that too. Look at that. The color, the socks alone. Dog, what are you doing? Like, do you enjoy when people talk about you and laugh at you on the internet and make you look like an asshole? Because I mean, that's exactly where this starts, right there. Wow. Awful.
convention, she entered herself into a costume competition.
Oh, wait. Look at that gut. Look at that gut. Wow, Chris. Wow.
Which she didn't win. Marvin, the man in the pickle suit on Chris's date with Emily in 2011, was also at the convention, inebriated. He witnessed Christine there and took 3 pictures of her, possibly while taking part in a dance contest or displaying her costume. Marvin also wrote that Chris attended a game panel as an audience member, and during a question and answer session, she ranted about trolls and cyberbullies, and distributed her personal contact card to all the panelists. On September 1st, Chris shared a video from the YouTube channel Watch Mojo regarding 10 types of internet trolls, and told all haters to reevaluate their lives. Later that day, she gave her followers one last chance to buy a Blake amiibo, Sonichu medallion, and an autographed photo in a single $50 bundle. Soon after, she made a post regarding her dance lessons. I have just completed.
Only $50 for that? What a steal! You get a Blake Sonichu amiibo, a Sonichu medallion, and an autographed photo for only $50. Only $50, dude. What a bargain.
After, she made a post regarding her dance lessons. I have just completed a 7-week beginner's course for belly dancing with Kalima Sikorsky. Not only did I learn and benefit from the booty and bosom shake and rotate, but I have seriously improved in my posture with the repetitive practicing of the beginning belly dance posture, the belly tuck with untuck, and bosom thrusting. I might be exaggerating a bit. Do not take my words out of context. You all can too learn all this for improved posture and fun dance moves to exercise with. I personally recommend Kalima because she's not only a great instructor, but a positive attitude and good vibes with energetic movements are positively infectious and delightful. Jessica Quinn praised Christine for her efforts in the activity as a means of getting in shape, and the instructor herself, Kalima, commended Chris's phrasing of the dance lessons. The next day, Chris announced that she would be moving her merchandise selling business from eBay to Etsy, a website designed for creators of physical media or products to directly sell their items to their customers. She would continue to sell her medallions, amiibos, commissions, and autographed photos in her new place of business. In addition, she introduced a donation plan to further the development of Sonichu issue 11. According to the description, she would draw one page of the comic book for every donation of $10. On September 5th,
Seriously?
after a 6-year break, Christine posted 10 new pages for Sonichu.
So, she wanted her audience to give her $10 per page? Wow.
Issue 11, continuing on the Sonichu and Roaster Christmas story, which was first started and then postponed sometime in late 2009. She also announced that she would be uploading all of the Sonichu comics so far in the format of photo albums on Facebook, including issues 9 and 10, after some editing and alterations. A day later, YouTuber DStex, who was a longtime contributor,
I don't know how many pages a normal comic book has, but if he did 20 pages, that'd be $200. He wanted somebody to give him like $200 to make a comic book?
to the Quickie and Kiwi Farms, and also known for his review series covering the Sonichu comics, donated $1,000 to further expand the production of issue 11, meaning that Chris was to complete 100 more pages.
Oh.
The donation was, as explained by DStex, a way to appease his remorse from getting fame from Chris Chan content and to conclude his Sonichu review series on a high note. However, since he thought himself as an executive producer of issue 11, he felt that he could not review the comic in a video, as it would be a conflict of interest. Christine wrote to him privately that she would include his likeness in a future book, and send him the complete set of Sonichu amiibos and also a medallion, in addition to upholding her promise of creating 100 Sonichu pages. On September 7th, Chris added amiibo figurines of the majority of the main characters of Sonichu, including the comic book version of Christian, in addition to a modern-day Christine, to her Etsy page. Both of her iterations were customized from two variations of the character Link from the Legend of Zelda franchise. Later on, she liked a Facebook post from popular user Lizzie the Leslie regarding an article detailing the development of a vibrating bra that could increase breast size. On September 11th, Christine shared her flyer advertising her Etsy store, which included a promotional code that would reduce the price of purchases by $10, and urged her followers to buy what they would like before the middle of November to ensure their delivery before the upcoming holidays.
No.
2 days later, Chris shared the news that she had found a printing site that would allow her to create physical copies of Sonichu issue 0 and opened a pre-order page for them on Etsy. Soon after that, she uploaded Sonichu issue 9 as a photo album on Facebook with some alterations. Firstly, the character Ivy, who was based on the troublesome love interest of the same name at the time of the original production of the comic, was changed to one Yasmin Clemen, who expressed no romantic interest in Christian. However, Chris failed to change Ivy's name at several instances in the comic. In the original version, Ivy receives a vision from God and Jesus who tell her that she and Chris were destined to be together. This vision was now replaced with a black and white depiction of Yasmin being rescued from a vicious dragon by a female knight on horseback. Furthermore, Christine made an attempt to alter some dialogue to remove her previous anti-homosexual rhetoric and called Quickville a diverse city. Also, mention of the name Panda Halo was removed and replaced with Halo Caliber. The dedication to Panda Halo, after supposedly dying in a fire in Australia, was also removed. This was followed by the upload of Sonichu issue 10, with the ending execution scene replaced with the Asperpedia 4 serving their time in an Amish community, now seen in full color for the first time. In addition, instead of using Christian's blood to eradicate homosexuality and asexuality, it would now instead be used to defeat Nambi-Zazis, a play on words of Nazi zombies from the Call of Duty video game series. Chris, however, more likely used their appearance in the video game South Park: Stick of Truth as reference. Despite this change, the trolls Clyde Cash and Jack Thaddeus still died and went to hell because of their homosexuality. Chris later left a comment, writing that at the time of the original making of the comics, he felt thrown off and irritated by badly drawn, insulting parodies of himself and his characters, namely the Asperture comic series, and his hatred of that content caused him to draw his characters in twisted directions. Currently, however, she felt that she was in a better place and could take the good from the bad, which is why she replaced some of the pages. Also on September 13th, Chris, on behalf of a friend, requested that the group of Kiwi Farms members who were planning to create a new line of Sonichu audiobooks should hold off on casting until the voiceover artist, Paramultart, provided some samples of his work to them, even though Farms member, Master Disaster, was already set to be the narrator and sole voice actor for the audiobooks. A day later, Christine relayed the message that Paramount did not appreciate the negative opinions held by Kiwi Farms members of him becoming the narrator instead of Master Disaster. She did not state any personal opinions herself and remained neutral in the discussion. Paramultart was later revealed to have been a friend of William Waterman, whose leaked private text conversation with a Farms member showed that Waterman was the friend who asked.
That was just to see who's paying attention to the video with their eyes and who's just listening.
Chris to ask about the narration opportunity, because Paramultart did not want to ask himself. On the 16th, Chris revealed that she had created 3 custom Punchy Sonichu amiibo figurines, ready to be sold. She added that she was looking forward to autographing and sending out copies of Sonichu issue 0 by around Halloween. Also at around this time, Chris began uploading custom-made levels for the game Super Mario Maker on her Nintendo online social space, the Miiverse. On September 19th, Christine attended the Charlottesville Pride Parade and wrote on Facebook that despite enjoying herself, she wished to have a woman friend or partner to cuddle or hold hands with. Kiwi Farms user Lucrid was also at the event and spotted Chris tending to a booth run by the support and assistance organization On Our Own. She was wearing her Sonichu medallion and handing out printed copies of Sonichu issue 0 to attendees.
Jesus Christ.
After the event, a so-called Ween used the email of Kiwi Farms administrator Null to send to On Our Own staff a falsified report of Chris behaving inappropriately with his alleged daughter. Since the staff replied to the email, the response was then sent to Null, who wrote back that someone had impersonated him and used his email to make the false claim and apologized for the previous message. 3 days later, Christine went to Facebook to advertise a Lego piece called Amiibrick, a specially made Lego brick available from Etsy, designed to hold amiibo figurines so they could be then incorporated into Lego-built scenarios. She then showcased her own custom display platform, which she used to contain all of her custom figurines, showing how she resorted to wedging the amiibo bases in between regular Lego blocks to keep them from falling. On September 23rd, Chris made Sonichu issue 0 available for sale on paperback directly from the printing and publishing site Lulu. Regarding questions concerning quality of the paper, she reassured her readers that it was to be printed on good quality paper, and that she would be making all of the Sonichu comics available for purchase at a rate of 1 more issue added per month. Upon receiving the comic, customers noted a considerable blocky pixelation in the printing, likely caused by Christine using images of lower than ideal resolution. Additionally, the paper used was described as matte and of low quality and cheap feel.
Yeah.
On the 25th, she hinted that she would be featured in an interview on WTJU Radio concerning the Pride Festival. After finishing the interview, she informed her audience that it was not live, but rather pre-recorded and set to air at a later date. No known recording of it has been uncovered. Soon after, Chris wrote that she would be creating amiibo figurines of Sonichu villains, Count Graduon and Slawilariam. She then shared a concept drawing of how the Count looked like in the Middle Ages, before he was ensphered and turned into his current orb form. It was around this time that Chris started using a $500 Visa gift card sent to her for Christmas of the previous year by Kiwi Farms user Sonic Rainbow. By tracing the transactions on the card, they could see that despite receiving it nearly 9 months prior, the first payments of it were made at around mid-September, and all of the funds were depleted by the end of the month. On September 29th, Christine asked if anyone was willing to offer her a large donation to contribute to the acquisition of a so-called V-string, a risque prosthetic undergarment, which when worn appeared to show the wearers as possessing a vagina. In return, she would offer a signed photograph of herself wearing it to the person who would help contribute to the purchase. She quickly deleted the post. On October 2nd, after seeing the promotional images of the upcoming game, Sonic and Mario, at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, Chris rejoiced on her "Fix Sonic's arms immediately, Sega!" Facebook page, since the model of Sonic being used would mark a return of his classic, tan-colored arm design. She thanked all people who actually protested against the blue-armed games, and felt good because their protest seemingly produced a satisfying result. Soon after, a Kiwi Farms member checked Chris's Nintendo account and by chance found that she was actively playing a game, Sonic Boom: Shattered Crystal. The next day, she made her presence known in a message sent in a Facebook group for amiibo traders and collectors. She let everyone there know which figures she had available for trade and also advertised her own custom amiibos as found on her Etsy page. On October 4th, Christine offered a coupon code for buyers of any of her custom amiibo figures, which would allow them to get Sonichu Issue 0 for free. Following up this announcement, she stated that she was considering creating a custom figure based on her personification of autism, but would only produce it if her post received 100 likes within the next 3 days. In addition, she would donate $10 from each purchase in support of autism awareness to the Virginia Institute of Autism. Chris then copied the message and sent it in the amiibo trader and collector group. She got into an argument with some members.
You're such a greedy fuck, Chris. It's very clear what's going on. You're fucking greedy.
Regarding her labeling of her custom figurines as official merchandise. Other individuals also did not feel that her customizations deserved to be sold at the prices that they were. After others uncovered her well-documented past, she was kicked out of the group. A couple of days later, Chris deleted the post about the autism amiibo and listed the item on Etsy despite failing to reach 100 likes on her post. Without having made a prototype yet, she set the figurine up for sale for $50, at least $10 more than her other figurines. Chris later added the prototype figure for Count Graduon and Slawil Ryan. She also made amiibos depicting her mom and dad, though for the time being did not sell them to the public. On October 9th, she wrote on Facebook an account of an encounter with a possible admirer of hers. "I'm typing this up right now to make a valid point. I was out shopping a bit, and there was rain and distant lightning spooking me. Out of nowhere, just as I was getting out of my car, someone from a red car shouts, 'I love you, Chris-chan.' It spooks the crap out of me. I already had a lot on my mind, and I did not care for the loud surprise. And after 5 seconds, because I felt offense at being shocked by the scare, I gave the finger as I was going into the store. While I realized it was wrong of me to give the bird, it does stand that while other people do have other things going on in their minds at the time, no one should ever shout at a person unexpectedly without a greeting prior. Had I have the warning, the verbal gesture could have received a more positive, less offensive response. I apologize to that person in the red car for giving the bird in response." On October 13th,
So they go by and scream that they love Chris Chan. And his response is, "How very Chris of you, Chris."
Christine uploaded a series of 5 videos of the game Super Smash Bros., where she assembled her customized characters to fight each other while being controlled by the game console's CPU. One such match included a bout between Christian, Christine, and Chris-chan Sonichu versus Autism. William Waterman complained about the unfairness of 3 iterations of Chris-chan teaming up to defeat a single personification of autism. Chris replied, clarifying that the symbolic point of the battle was to defeat autism in the end. On October 15th, Christine attended her next scheduled court hearing in Charlottesville. Kiwi Farms members Marvin and Ramspieler were both present in the courthouse. Marvin later wrote an account of what he saw. "Barb's aging, thin, kind of frail, might not be very responsive. In retrospect, I don't think Chris recognized anyone. There was the guy he exchanged words with, but going over my notes, it might have been just him being paranoid of someone. There was an old lady behind Chris talking to him a few times. I don't think it was Rocky. Barb and Chris are way too physically intimate. It's one thing to describe their creepy relationship. It's quite another to watch it IRL. They hold hands and Chris is always putting his arm around her and rubbing her shoulders sensually. That shit I do to someone I'd want to bang, not a family member. It's weird.
100%, dude. They hold hands and Chris is putting his arm around her and rubbing her shoulders sensually. The signs are there. It's very clear how fucking strange they were before. Whenever Chris finally pulled the trigger and started doing whatever he was doing to Barb for however long he was doing it, they'd always had a creepy relationship prior to that. Always. Clearly. I can kind of get like, I get hugging your mom. That's fine. That's normal. Whatever. Hug your mom. I get if it's icy out, you provide an elbow. That way they don't fall. You give them something to hang on to. I get that. But rubbing your mother's shoulders is a little, I mean, I'm sure in the context it was really fucking weird. Because, I mean, I don't massage my mom. Massage my wife. The more I think about it, the weirder it gets. The more it's tripping me up. Out in public, holy shit, they're out in public when they do this. They're out in public. He's massaging his mother in public. Wow. Okay. You know what?
There was some guy with white hair and a white suit talking to not Rocky. Then the PD came over and talked to Chris and Barb, with white hair guy and not Rocky in the row behind them. This is where I heard snippets referencing 6 months and something something something. I think I heard Chris stress sigh a few times, and I think the PD got a little annoyed dealing with Chris. After a bit, the PD went up to the judge, and they called Chris up. Chris starts getting impatient with Barb. He said something like, "Are your ears clogged up?" And then, "Wanna follow me so you can hear what's going on?" Then she got up and trundled up there to accompany Chris.
That's how you talk to your mother? Are your ears clogged up? Oh. Chris, I would have smacked the dog shit out of you. You talk to your mother that way? Wow. You want to follow me so you can hear what's going on. And she went with him. I'm good on that. That was... Ugh. That would piss me off so fucking much to see. To see anybody talk to their mother like that, or just to an old lady, it just fucking pisses you off.
This says a few things to me. Perhaps Barb's hearing is wearing down. This fits in with her being frail and old. Chris is being kind of bossy to Barb. Chris expects Barb to be his bookkeeper so far as his punishments go. This is confirming what we heard about the Snyder trial. Christine's charge of a Class 6 felony was amended down to a misdemeanor and was finally found guilty of her crime. She was to pay a fine of $541. and was given a 6-month suspended sentence, meaning that if she did not commit any crimes within the next 6 months, she would not serve any time in prison. In addition, her ban from the Fashion Square was lifted. However, bans from individual establishments remained in place.
Good.
Ramspieler then filmed a video of Chris and Barbara leaving the courthouse and going back to their car.
Look at them, dude. So weird. So weird.
The next day, Christine revealed her design for the Autism Amiibo figurine, sold for $30. On the 17th, she showed off 2 available variants of the character Angelica Rosechew up for sale. The following day, Chris announced that she would soon be making her 50th Sonichu Amiibo figurine, so in celebration, she would be painting the figure's base a gold color, and the person who happened to buy the 50th Sonichu figure would also receive a Rosechew model for free. She shortly after edited the post to state that she would be also painting the figure's shoes gold as well, in addition to its base. Later that day, she made another post, revealing that in preparation for the publication of Sonichu Issue 1, she had replaced the Sonic villain in the story, Dr. Robotnik, with another character, and the first person to accurately guess the new character's name based on the hints provided would get a copy of the book for free. After several guesses from Jessica and William, it was William who eventually guessed close enough to the chosen name, Ren Skysoar, that he was declared as the winner by Christine, about which he boasted in the comment section to spite the Kiwi Farms. Chris then showed off her design of Dr. Ren Skysoar and his evil creation, Metal Sonichu. She later added a comment stating that Skysoar's strawberry-shaped head came about through an accident while drawing the character, but felt that the shape of his head added to his overall appeal. She soon after made Sonichu Issue 1 available for sale on Lulu and updated the modified pages of the comic in the dedicated Facebook photo album for the book. She also added 2 new pages after the original conclusion of the issue, where she shows that Sonic the Hedgehog and Amy Rose, as seen throughout the stories, were in fact Sylvana Rosechew in disguise, serving Count Graduan, who wanted to enact revenge against the Sonichus because their ancestors had enslaved him into the orb he currently resided in. On October 23rd, Christine shared a picture showing an upcoming page of Sonichu Issue 11, telling her followers that she was coloring in new pages and would be uploading them to Facebook within the week. As promised, she uploaded 16 new pages on Sunday, October 25th. It was on that day that she uploaded a YouTube video concerning her Etsy store.
Oh my God. Chris, you are looking fat as fuck. Your tits look like deflated basketballs. They're... Oh my God.
Her first personal video after a 1-year absence.
Hello, this is Christine Chandler coming to you live from my house here. Hey, I want to personally thank everybody on the internet for considered support for my books and works and my figures and whatnot, and helping me out around here to recover from a whole bunch of the other stresses and whatnot. But that's aside. But anyway, I just want to let everybody know that donations are greatly appreciated, and I'll continue to honor my promises as I have stated in my listings on Etsy and everything.
Fuck your donuts.
And I'll include a link in the description where y'all can buy a figure, buy a book, or donate some more. Anyway, it's all going good and well. This is just my little video of gratitude. So, more new content is coming up. Stay tuned between my Etsy page, my Facebook, my Twitter. So, anyway, okay. Everybody have a good and safe day. Thank you again.
That was awful.
The following day, she publicized photos of 2 new Amiibo prototype figures, Simone Rosechew and Sylvana Rosechew. On the 29th, Chris made another video, this time apologizing for past homophobic remarks. Marvin of the Kiwi Farms theorized that her recent uploads of new videos were made under someone else's influence, as he remarked that from personal experience, Chris was generally very unwilling to make videos without any assistance or encouragement.
Well, I've come to the realization that I have another apology that I owe to everybody, especially those that definitely know the pages and of my later books that have still months away before I put them on paper publish. But anyway, they were reminiscent and reflective of past homophobia. Anyway, you see, when I originally drew and wrote those pages, I was quite homophobic at the time. But then when I came out in July of 2014 as myself, a lesbian trans woman, I have realized that I am part of the LGBTQ community.
Does that... Okay, I'm not going to be able to follow what Chris said.
I definitely felt like I fit in when I went to the Pride Festival in that same year later. So anyway, I had since edited those changes and changed the content to away from that, and well, had a cure for homosexuality put in there, of which was end up what I came back from the future for. But anyway, I changed that to just
What you came back from the future for?
essentially preventing a zombie apocalypse. You see, originally when I was homophobic, it was because the mislabelings that were put upon me and Cyraxx, because Cyraxx is definitely not gay. Cyraxx loves women. And Rosechew is a woman, and she loves her man. But anyway, I'm sorry for my past homophobia and my writing about that in my books. So anyway, I want to thank y'all again for your continuing support. It's most helpful, but still more help could be appreciated very much. Alright, so thank y'all again and have a good day.
On October 3rd,
Chris, you look really fucking gross. You look greasy. You look... There's just something about him that looks unclean and... I feel like I could just, feel his dirtiness. Like, I could feel the greasiness in his hair. I can feel the dirt on his skin. Like, it's just kind of hovering, like... Even though he's on the other side of the screen, I still feel like it's like trying to come through my laptop, like it's trying to get here. I bet his smell, if you get like somewhat kind of close to Chris, I bet he fucking stinks.
Thank y'all again and have a good day.
On October 31st, Chris posted drawings of Sonichu, Rosechew, and their 3 children dressed up as My Little Pony characters for Halloween. The next day, she uploaded another video to YouTube.
Hello to all my lucky lady fans. Yes, I just got out of the shower. I feel clean again. Well, it gets lonely around here in my bedroom. I feel like I might want to date some of y'all. Maybe we get to know each other, you know? Have a pleasant dinner, or just enjoy a conversation over a cup of coffee. See where things go, see how we feel around each other. Yeah, maybe I'll eventually find my sweetheart amongst y'all. I'm open to all kinds of women, because you get the whole package in one. The female soul, the body that can go any way you desire.
Chris, is this what you think women's conversations sound like? Is Boy. Yeah.
My ladies. Straight, bisexual, lesbian. I'll take y'all on. Cause I'm an overlooked treasure that should not be ignored
He'll
or
take
overlooked
y'all
any
on.
longer. One weekend, y'all can visit. Maybe get a hotel room, y'all, for us to spend a lovely evening together in or something. Or maybe we'll swing by here. Well, get to know me, talk to me, see whether we click or not. Lovely, lovely times and memories to be shared. And even if things don't work out for the long run, you'll still get a new friend in me anyway. And I pinky
That's not a good... No, dude, that's... Ew. Chris, this is like... This is very specifically giving the kind of vibes that you're trying to trick somebody, and ultimately at the end of your trick it ends with this footage being shown, and not necessarily in front of a murder documentary. This will be shown in front of a I literally just lost the word. SA. Oh my God, you moron. Are you serious? Sexual abuse. Type of way. He's acting like he wants to hurt women. Jesus Christ. That's what it's giving. It's not, I really like women. I really appreciate women. I really enjoy women. Let's make something fun. This comes off like, hey ladies, spend some time with me. I'll make sure you disappear and I'm going to eat your knees. That's the kind of energy I'm getting from this video.
promise on that.
Very
Thank
Buffalo
y'all
Bill.
for
Yes,
your
yes, yes.
attention and whatnot.
Why does
In
he
the
keep
video
doing
description,
that?
she left her email address for any further inquiries by persons interested in her.
Showing the titty,
On
dude.
November 2nd, Christine advertised a new limited 3-piece set of amiibos featuring Christian, Christian Sonachu, and Christine at a discounted price of $120 without shipping or handling. 5 days later, she made 6 more amiibo figurines available for purchase. These were Sonachu and Roaster's 3 children, Sarah, Christine, and Robbie, a male Jerkop and a female Jane Cop, and a set of the Chandler family, Christine, Barbara, and Bob. On the 10th, she uploaded a gameplay video of Super Smash Bros. Featuring a simulated 3-way battle
that
between
supposed to be
Chris,
his
Barbara,
mother?
and Bob, Autism, and Chris's 3 half set of the Chandler family, Christine, Barbara, and Bob.
That's how you see your mother? With her titties out like that? Okay, that's how you see your mom. Brother, ew.
On the 10th, she uploaded a gameplay video of Super Smash Bros. Featuring a simulated 3-way battle between Chris, Barbara, and Bob, Autism, and Chris's 3 half-siblings. Chris left a message for them in the video description. Hashtag Joseph Cole Smithy, hashtag Dr. David Allen Chandler, and hashtag Carol Suzanne Chandler. This message for you 3. You all have obviously forgotten about your family that y'all should be caring about as well, aside from your own local married families. Alan and Carol, you two have never really appreciated our father. There was time for you two to share time with him before his passing, but no! You all have been selfish and caught up in your own lives that he gave to us. And Cole, our mother, is still alive. I really want you to make amends and get close, once again, to her before her time runs out. And as the one sibling that brings you three, Cole, Ellen, and Carol in connection together as family, I want us all to reconnect as family. The distance really bothers me, and I have been feeling ill against y'all for not including me and our mother/stepmother to two of you. Appreciate your families while there is time. In addition, she made all three of her half-siblings as customized Jerkops and Janekop respectively, and suggested that the same level of customization could be made by request by anyone buying the figurines. On November 11th, Chris made a video displaying the functionality of her amiibos.
Hello and good day. This is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again. And I wanted to give y'all a little bit of a detail about something that you could do in addition to the amiibo figures. Actually working on Nintendo 3DS and Wii U with their bonus functionality through the chips in the bottom. Don't forget one thing aside from you don't have to have them for their amiibo functionality because they are still very collectible, and as toys you can still use your imagination and play with them. Let's take an example of Sanji and Roachid. They're defending the city of Quickville against a horde of Jerkops that come in. Jerkops and Janekups. And it's like, they're practically outnumbered. It's like, come on, Rosie, let's go zap these guys back to Graduon. Okay? Yeah. And this horde is taken down as the city is safe from another herd of Jerkops and Janekups for a day. And let's talk about a moment about autism, the one that's always beating me on the brain. Yeah, hey, you always beat me up on the brain, you frickin' autism, I'm stuck with you every day of my life, and it frickin' bothers me. You always slow me down in the head and weigh me down, and I can't socialize as well. And not only that, but you make my parents have to send me to all the institutions and all the things and all the therapy and everything, making at least a lot of money that could have been used for the betterment of the family and household, actually paying the bills and everything. Daggone mental condition that messed up my brain for a lifetime. Electric control power! Then now I'm gonna thunder punch you away. Freaking autism! Yeah! And I win against autism. Kicking it in the tush. So that's a little bit of the thing you...
I feel like autism 100% has you, Chris, not the other way around.
That's definitely a fun thing you can do with the amiibo, with the collectible Sanchi and Roachu figures. And me. And my family. My family's the good people. And my family.
Again, look at Barb. Here, let me move. Look at Barb. Look at Barb. What is this? That's your mother, Chris. Never mind. Never mind. We already know what you do to your mother, so.
My family's the good people.
No, they're not.
Except for some. Except for some. We could actually be more appreciative of the family that have actually been lost within the past few years, and yet the one that's still alive. You hear that, Cole? Come make amends with my mother, daggone it. Movie reviewer. I am not who you think I am. I have been possessed by Count Graduon, and I fight for him now. Yeah, well, you look like my brother, so take that. We're the good guys, and we're gonna help restore goodness and everything. Collect us all. Thank you. Take a few weeks to make. Visit the Quickville shopping.
It took a few weeks to make this steaming pile of shit. Mind blown.
and shop on Etsy.
After achieving early success in selling off her customized crafts, Christine further pushed her figurines to be sold for profit, a practice that she originally considered as merely a hobby, with minimal desire to make money from it. But the figures now had more than just one purpose. Aside from characters contained within her fictional comics, there were also individuals from her personal life, or as she might possibly see it, characters from her life story. Characters which she could use to enact her fantasies of vengeance and triumph. A new reality where she can hide from her troubles. A reality in which she can always win a losing battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, part 45. That was a lot. Part 45. We have 40 more episodes to go. 40 to go. We will continue. Ladies and gentlemen, though, we did it. We killed it. We got through it. Before we leave, as always, we'll kill the stream on the Ripper. As for now, I kind of wanted some input. I'm just curious what you guys are feeling. Tomorrow will be my 1-year anniversary since I started streaming. December 23rd of last year was my very first stream. The very first time I'd ever done one ever. I was terrified. I was very nervous. I'll be very honest with you guys. I was so nervous. My wife had to pump me up and get me ready, and she's like, "You can do it. You can do it. You can do this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. People like you. You'll do it. You'll do it. I promise. You'll have fun. You'll enjoy it. That you'll do well." And here we are. A year later, we're still going strong. I have zero intentions of quitting anytime soon. So tomorrow I will be streaming. Probably around the same-ish time as today, around noon-ish, sometime around there. Hopefully a little earlier if I can get there. Christian Burger on TikTok. I have not, but I will find it. So I guess my question is, though, for tomorrow, do you guys want to do a mashup? We can hit a little Cyraxx, maybe look at some Nova, Andrew Ditch, Tofia, definitely take a peek at Cobes, just kind of run the gamut, hit a little bit of everybody, just kind of hit some wings in there, a little, okay. All right. Christian Berger, I'll look him up. Look back some of the old streams. We could do that too. Okay. This is why I was curious. I want to see what you guys thought. 2 for wings. Okay. Mr. Pisser. Wings. Okay. You guys really seem to want to take a crack at wings. Okay. We'll put that on the schedule. All right. I was curious what you guys were interested in, and if we want to take a crack at wings, yeah. We'll see what he's got going on. I'll see what we can put together and get ourselves introduced to him tomorrow. Yeah, I want to do... You guys are the reason that I'm still doing this a year later, so I want to cover multiple topics, cover a few different things that you guys want to do. So, reminisce on Dan. We could do that. Take a look back at Anderson. We could definitely do that. I can still remember when he was still... I remember there were days telling my wife... I would show my wife videos of Daniel and like, this guy's out there right now. He is alive and out there wandering around in our country right now. Like I remember showing her that, like it was fucking scary. So the fact that he is where he is now, we could definitely take a look back. The fight with Bob, yeah, okay. These are all very good suggestions. You go with whatever. You got 3 weeks of holiday. Hell yeah. I've got a couple weeks of heavy streaming incoming, so hell yeah. The fight with Bob for sure. Okay, good. These are all really, really good suggestions. Olive Garden incident. Okay. This is all really good shit. Okay. Yeah. I think that'll make tomorrow a really fun day. Just get to kind of mash up a little bit of everything then. That's what we'll do. Hope I catch a stream tomorrow. Got a long road trip. Hopefully. I hope so, Doc Cock. Hopefully we can catch each other at the same time. I'm going to try to do it right about the same time, right about noon-ish. So hopefully right around there. That being said, I'll send a good wings vid. Okay, perfect, Cock. That'll be perfect. I'll see if I can find the Ocarina clip too, Turbo. Cool. This will be kind of just like the best of all the cows tomorrow, kind of. We'll have a fun show tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all being here with me, writing this out with me. 2 episodes and some Cyraxx shit. We tore it down today. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I am your favorite SA1020. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to be here right about the same time, doing it again, celebrating 1 year together doing this. And with that, let's get these rippers out. You guys know what time it is. Poot, poot, poot. Let's kill this stream the right way. Let's wrap this bitch up. Stone Pilot, I'll check the Discord and if you're not verified, I'll verify you. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all tomorrow.